What's up,
What's up,
you
kids?
beautiful sons of bitches?
What are y'all up to?
How are we in the
There's
chat?
a wine tent happening. I saw that in the chat.
I saw that on Twitch. Yeah, apparently,
Very
apparently
exciting.
they already set up a wine tent, and I did
Yeah,
not know we
little
had
bummed we
one.
didn't get the advance invite, but that's fine.
Thanks for the fucking invite, guys. I
That's
appreciate it.
fine.
Granted,
The
I'm
wine
sober
tent
now.
is set up. That's the good news.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, welcome in, file in, everybody. Welcome to now episode 6 of the Millennials Are Mad.
If we're not careful, we're gonna hit double digits.
Oh, dude. I mean, apparently we are fucking consistent in this whole thing, for the most part. Anyway,
We're trying to be.
as much as possible. Anyway. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're trying to be. We're trying to be consistent. We're trying to be on it every week.
On what, Ham? On what?
The proverbial it. You know, when they say like sit on it and spin or something.
Fucking. By the way, R.I.P. Tim Curry. Speaking of it. Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
it's what a rough week it's been since last week.
Yeah, it's been a rough fucking week, man.
You're dropping like flies, and none of the right ones.
Yes, I mean, I guess add to the deaths of popular things or whatever. TikTok is one of them because I put 3, and I say count them 3 promo videos to get people to file in for this episode right here, and one of them survived. And of course, it was the one of me presenting my yitties to everybody.
Count me among those not upset.
I'm just saying, man, just trying to get more people to watch our show, and hopefully we don't fuck it up, you know what I mean? But I've always said, especially with TikTok, I've always said, what's that?
That's what it's come to. We have to bear our skin.
I mean, apparently to a good amount of my followers, I'm a piece of meat anyway, so I don't know what the fuck.
Damn.
But either way, I mean, yeah, I mean, I tried to put out my IG ones are out there, but of course those get suppressed because anything promo related always gets fucked in terms of that, which makes no fucking sense.
Talking about stuff other than their platform, which is...
It makes no sense. It makes no sense because especially, back in the day, if you had a business, that was like the main way, and not necessarily back in the day, but I mean within the last 10, 15 years or so, the way businesses got their names out there is through social media. But the moment you start plugging shit, unless it's their own personal shop or their own personal merch or their own personal bullshit, here we are. You know what I mean? Fucking
capitalism.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
Capitalism. Fucking just.
It's so good. It's really number one.
Man, it's really the only method that works in a free functioning society, apparently.
How can it not be? It's the only one we've tried.
Well, it's the only one we tried. It's the only one that we can do without, getting, I mean, granted, few countries that have tried, we went and fucked them up anyway, because we're like, nope, can't have a successful comedy, or not even necessarily socialist country. Can't have a successful one because we're just going to deem it communist, and we're going to completely destabilize their fucking,
we're going to drop
ecosystem.
Freedom on them from planes.
Free. So those aren't freedom seas. What were those called? Like freedom melons?
Freedom melons. Democracy nuggets.
Democracy. That's a shirt, my friend. That is a fucking shirt. I guess no. Speaking of shirts, I guess up top we'll do a couple of housekeeping things before we start getting into the detail shit. So Patreon, we started one of those. We've noticed that we're getting more subscribers on that. I think if we hit, I think we're at 5 right now, which is fuck yeah. Thank you to the 5 that have subscribed. I appreciate every single fucking one of you. We get to 10, that's when the new content's going to come in. And then the adjusted tiers are going to be happening. I'm going to put those up tomorrow. That way you guys can check that out. And then the merch store. We do have show merch. We have our personal merch. I'm going to be adding more designs, I think, by Wednesday. So if you want to check those out and it's something that, tickles your fucking fancy, then go check that out. Buy a shirt, buy a mug, buy a tumbler, whatever.
Buy all of it.
Yeah. I'm broke, dude. I don't know.
Please buy things.
I feel dirty trying to monetize, shit like this, but
that was a joke, by the way, for the record.
At the same time.
Also not really.
Is there vodka? There's vodka now? Okay. You know what? But yeah, so the merch store, Patreon, go check those out. It should be under the same shit, just search the Millennials are mad, and you should be able to find us. And then the links are also in my link tree. I know they're in Ham's link tree, and they're on the show tree. So you guys have shortcuts to get there. I don't have to give you a damn URL or anything like that. But anyway, well, let's say what's up, guys. Who we have in the chat?
We're still filing in.
Yeah, still filing in, eh? Yeah, we got a few people. Got a few people here. Let's see, where are we at? I'm also live, or we're also live on my Instagram as well. So if you don't want YouTube or Twitch, then Instagram is there as well. Yeah, you got a few people in there. That works. All right. Let's see. Okay, well,
indeed.
If you caught one of the few promo videos that I had put out, or a couple of that Ham put out, we are going to be talking essentially about the new Stop the Steal, but this time it's in reverse. Talking about all
every accusation is a confession.
All the nefarious shit and all the little skeevy dealings they're doing right now to try to fuck up the midterms for us. We're going to go through all of that. There are probably things that you guys have heard. There are probably things that you haven't heard.
Yep.
I mean, we're even starting with the greatest hits. So just to kind of refresh your memory in terms of what kind of, just what this fuckface is capable of, especially in this new 2.0 bullshit. But we really wanted to get this information out there ahead of the midterms because, I feel like the more informed people are on it, the more A, they can make a more informed decision. And B, if for some reason this does pan out in a very, rigged way, at least, the pattern can be seen and we can kind of act accordingly when it comes to that. Because one thing, I did get a comment not too long ago, I believe on the same subject. And I was like, look, honestly, the best thing we can do right now, other than, things I can't say on this platform, outside of that shit, is just to get the message out there and, get as many people savvy to what the fuck is actually going on. So when they do hit the polls, maybe they won't vote like a dumb shit. Just fucking saying, because it's not the presidential election, but there are MAGA candidates there.
It will certainly and dramatically affect the presidential, the outcome of the presidential election.
100%. Anyway, 100% in so many different fucking avenues. You know what I mean?
And just so y'all know, I'm in the learning seat with you as well. I think what was last week, right? Mm-hmm. The roles were reversed, but I'm in the learning seat with y'all. So, I've got my own level of understanding of generally what's been going on, but right. I'm going to be learning right here with you. So, this is going to be a lot of this is going to be in real time live reactions. There's going to be, I'm sure, some stuff that jogs the memory, but a lot of it's just going to be real time what the fuck faces. So,
oh yeah. Going through the research on this, it definitely jogged my memory of things that I completely fucking forgot about. And they were big deals back then, but we've been so desensitized to the fuckery committed by, Trump 2.0 that shit just completely leaves my mind. And with the next,
you only have room for so much.
Dude, yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. I can memorize fucking a lot of shit and I can remember a lot of shit, but there's only so much fucking capacity in this goddamn brain right now.
Yep.
I'm not the smartest. I don't ever claim to be the smartest or the most fucking, I guess, able to remember a lot of stuff. But I mean, I think we've been so inundated with floods of just bullshit, aka flood the zone. Thank you, Steve Bannon, you fucking troll piece of shit. That you forget about this shit, and that's kind of that was kind of the whole point of this episode for me, is to just kind of jog the memory of how fucking nefarious and how just swindly and snake oil salesman shit that all of this fucking is, essentially. But either way, I guess before we get started, you got anything else, Ham?
I don't think so. I don't think I got anything. Also, for those, in case there's anybody here that is one of the folks that joined us on Patreon, we also are connecting the Discord as well, so that'll be all that information will be going over to you as well.
Right. once that info hits, like I'll start paying attention more to it because I kind of fell off of Discord for a little bit. Yeah, once we get more people in there, we'll just start chatting it up on the Discord. You can say horrid shit to us if you want. I don't give a shit.
Please don't do that.
Please don't.
Just for the record, I get so many DMs from MAGA fuck knuckles that like, just be nice.
Oh, dude, it's not even MAGA for me anymore. It's not even just MAGA for me anymore. It's fucking even some people on the left that just apparently just don't like me, just don't like my delivery.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I got a message from one fucking toothless hillbilly that just said, "We will find you."
God, I fucking hope so.
It's like,
and I would strongly, if there's any fucking undercover maggots in the chat right now, I would strongly advise against you trying to find me unless you want in anywhere your Audi used to be. Cool. Fan-fucking-tastic. All right, well, with all of the fucking ado, let's dive into it, shall we?
Hit me with some facts.
I'm fucking working on it. Anyway, all right. So before we get started, just in case there are any illusions to the contrary for anybody in the chat, or if you're one of the viewers watching or listening after the fucking fact, I do feel like it's important to highlight that there has been nobody, and I mean absolutely fucking nobody, past or present, that has ever set their asses in seats of power within the American government more malicious, dishonest, comedically stupid, and mind-numbingly frustrating to a toaster bath-inducing fucking degree than President Puddin' himself and the Aryan asshats in his administration.
Cartoonishly, even.
Dude, we are living in a fucking cartoon right
now.
Yeah. But now in keeping
or something.
Right. But now in keeping with the theme of election integrity, because essentially that's what we're going to be talking about right now, election integrity that has, rarely been in question in terms of, I guess leading up to, 2015 for that fucking matter. But keeping in the theme with election integrity, that's not to say there's never been any previous discrepancies or shady shit plaguing our supposed free and fair elections, right? But fucking Jesus Christ. We have never heard more bullshit pertaining to this particular subject than in the last, honestly, in the more I dug into it, it's not even the last 10 years. It's like the last 15 years. But never in the last like 15 fucking years have we heard about it more, because the piece of shit pederast president won't shut the fuck up about it, whether it's real.
He's still talking about that middle election where he lost to Biden. It was stolen.
Right. Dude, that's all he can. I mean, there's a dude on TikTok who, he watches all the press conferences and shit. He's like, I watched this so you don't have to, and he'll just go through a summary of it. And the first thing he always mentioned, he's like, he mentioned Biden twice, he mentioned Obama like 8 times, like all this kind of shit. So, and that's all he normally ever fucking talks about, because he's trying to basically, and it's part of the basically the Stop the Steal 2.0 is the distraction part, which we'll get into that. But either way, the way I have always looked at it is we have a grown ass man that has unfortunately lived longer than most more deserving people on the planet. By the way, R.I.P. Hayden Panettiere, Peter Cullen, Tim Curry, and of course Dolly fucking Parton. I know that's not her middle name, but I love that woman. But he acts like a spoiled fucking shithead that lived on everybody's block that none of us wanted to play with because of said spoiled brat's incessant bitching, moaning, accusations of cheating, and the subsequent frustrating attempts to change the rules in the middle of the goddamn game of hide and go seek, after you've already told them to hide and go fuck themselves multiple times.
That's how he plays golf.
That's how, honestly, I feel like that's how he plays any goddamn game.
I think given his mental state, it probably also includes an element of hide and go seek as well.
And I think that's why he likes participation trophies so fucking much. He's like, I don't care how much fucking effort I put into it. If I have an award, that means I'm better than you.
I win club best 7 years running.
Go fuck yourself.
Fucking 80 million years old.
Ah, man. He's only 80. And I say only because, granted, a lot of fucking people in Congress are around that age, and they probably should be shifting from this mortal coil. But for some fucking reason, and that's been the running theme this week, is the fucking Grim Reaper needs to be fired. I feel like I've been attacked because of the Grim part. They're like, Grim, fuck off. And I'm like, what did
Where is Mitch?
Oh, he's in a freezer. I guarantee you that.
Speaking of 80-plus-year-olds that are, what are we doing?
He's in what, Tennessee?
Kentucky?
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
I believe it's Kentucky. Either way, that motherfucker's in a venison freezer right now. I guarantee you.
Damn.
I'm going to say that right now. But either way, like, he's that fucking spoiled of a little brat. And what do you know? The dumbest of among us have given that same little shit the fucking nuclear codes twice. That's how fucking frustrating that is. I mean, fuck, we all remember 2020. I mean, I'm going to briefly take the Epstein of it all out of the equation for a split second, right? So in 2020, at that point, we had 4 bitchy dumpster fire years of the Cheeto Chomo fucking just absolutely doing fuck all other than exhibiting screw up after screw up. And he knew it. And as illiterate as that fuck is, he saw the writing on the wall. He knew he was going to lose. So what could he do? Started with phase 1, which was pulling a page out of the spoiled bitch Bible and cried, "They cheated," with no actual fucking proof. But god damn it, did he try?
He sure loves that.
Right. So I'm going to go kind of through a couple of, summarized greatest hits just to kind of bring you guys a little bit up to speed to jog your memory. We remember the call with the Georgia Secretary of State where he tried to order Raffensperger to find him 11,000 fucking votes. We remember the call with Zelensky trying to order him to dig up damning dirt on Biden. Remember that shit? And that was before the Ukraine war. So he wasn't even, but he was the one. I mean, I know Raffensperger also did the same thing. Like, dude, I can't do anything
right.
At all. And you know damn well, unless you're Russia, which we'll get into that too with the whole Russiagate shit. Yeah, nobody with, I guess, common sense and don't want the subsequent consequences to follow. Yeah, no, they can't sit there and fucking try to rig your election. Putin is just so goddamn crazy that he doesn't give a fuck. He's like, I'll just poison all of you if you have a fucking problem.
I don't think he gives a fuck about much.
No, not. I mean, why would he? Why should he? I guess at that point, he's got the money, he's got the power, he's got all that shit. I mean, unless we're knocking down the door of the Kremlin,
those are dwindling here, according to what's been going on with Ukraine strikes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I knew that. I because I know they had to, didn't they? Oh no, I know that was Ukraine. They had to lower the age of
the age of enlistment.
They lowered the fighting age. Jesus fuck, man.
That's wild.
That's insane to me. And I mean,
fucking wild.
I can only fucking imagine for sure, especially living in a situation like that. Like we were talking about it not too long ago with Hegseth, and it's like, what if they do reinstate the draft because of the Iran war or whatever the fuck? I'm like, first off, dude, if you reinstate the draft and you put, because they already did, they already raised fighting age to, I believe, 40 or 35 or something like that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
they raised it up.
Yeah, I think they made it 45.
Right. Something. Yeah, it was 45. That's right. I remember seeing it, and I remember doing a video on it, and I was like, do you really think an elder millennial who has been through all the fucking historical, events at this point, and the give a fuck meter is at an all-time low, you really think we're gonna voluntarily fucking fight for you?
I don't see literally any scenario where you have to go be in the military now. Okay.
I'm laughing in a motherfucker's face.
All right.
I'm like, good luck.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, future man.
And guess what? I mean, you could throw me in basic. You can throw me at work. I'm not fucking doing shit. Throw me in the jail. No. You might as well just throw me under the fucking jail because I'm not fighting.
Yeah.
It ain't happening.
I'll enlist as like a janitor or something.
Right. I'll be a reporter. I just watched I actually watched Full Metal Jacket not too long ago, and that was fun.
Head sandwich maker.
Yes, sandwich artist. We touched on that last
Thank you. Thank you for the upgrade. Sandwich artisan.
Yeah, which is still more of an artist than an AI artist. Go fuck yourself. But I mean, getting back to it, I guess, he called Zelensky to dig up dirt on Biden, which I don't think there's any public figure on this planet covered in more damning dirt, especially of the diddler variety, more than Donald. Don't ask me why I need a fucking diaper Trump. And that's with the Diddies, the Jeffries, the Ghislaines, and the Jared Fogels of the world. I feel like he's worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But We remember the 64 plus court cases he wasted everybody's goddamn time with trying to manufacture proof the election was stolen from him that were ultimately thrown out and scoffed at by state and federal judges. And finally, we remember his delivery of the now infamous words, "You got to fight like hell or you're not going to have a country anymore."
Oh my God.
And that was all it took to activate the stupids that elected him in the first place to embark on a very violent, literally covered in human shit, sorry ass attempt to overthrow the government. But, with phase one of sowing doubt in the integrity of our elections, i.e., they cheated, complete, we're now in the middle of phase two, which is change the fucking rules.
Yep.
It's almost every fucking week now that he's just trying to change the fucking rules or just rig something in some way, shape, or form. And I feel like a crazy fucking person. Speaking of, like, last week we talked about, got my fucking invest in Reynolds wrap for my tinfoil hat. I remember we scoffed, like, when Stop the Steal 2020 happened, we were like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. And now that we're like seeing all this shit, I feel crazy, even though I have the data in front of me. I still feel fucking crazy because
it's like they all have amnesia.
Oh, well,
you know what I mean? Like I don't like, how do you, it's the same play. It's the same play.
The exact same
play. The same one.
But he has more power and more time to fuck it up. Because I feel like in his first term, he was so confident in himself that he would get reelected that he didn't even try to do any of this shit. He was convinced.
That's just the fucking patent Trump narcissism, right? Like, right. There's no way any reasonable person. His first term was a fucking dumpster fire.
It was.
This one makes his first term already look like a walk in the daisies.
Looks normal. Almost looks fucking normal. Because this is the thing. With his first term, a lot of things, or the one thing a lot of people don't really talk about is, other than him just being, this fucking this figure that people just hate everything he says, and the controversial shit that he does that doesn't necessarily have a bearing on our day-to-day lives. He did not get one fucking thing done that he had promised the first term.
No, of course not.
Other than the tax cuts for the rich. That was the only fucking thing he got done.
And somehow convincing his legion of fuck knuckles that was all good for them too.
He's still doing it. I
would love to learn.
My entire life, I have never seen so many fucking people, and I grew up in poverty. I've never seen so many people that are in poverty right now defend a bunch of fucking billionaires more than I have this last couple of years.
Yep.
Is insane to me. Like when Elon got the trillion temporarily or whatever the fuck, like they're just like, oh, you're not poor because a trillionaire exists. Yeah, dude, we kind of are. They're hoarding it. I mean,
there's absolutely no connection to the level of poverty in the world and the fact that there's also now one trillionaire.
And I know your white trash, ass knows all about hoarding. So shut the fuck up. Don't stop fucking defending billionaires, trillionaires, millionaires for that fucking matter. But either way, now he's changing the fucking rules, right? Very poorly, mind you, but he's still doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? He's doing it well enough for it to be important enough for at least, Ham and I, for us to feel that it's important enough to talk about it at this point. Now it's very bad. Like the transparency, whether it's intentional or not, and I'm sure there are things that are going on behind the scenes that even we don't know. I mean, in addition to what the fuck I'm about to list off. And but it's still serious enough because he consolidated all this power. He packed his courts. He packed all this shit. And so he has a very honest shot at rigging this motherfucker. But I feel like at that point, that's when the revolution would happen. Like if it comes out that it was, if it was some fucking act of whatever God you pray to, if you do it all, they get a red wave out of this. Like, I feel like at that point, people are just going to dig. We would find some fucking fraud, basically. And then at that point, I feel like that would piss off enough people to be like, all right, you fucked up. You actually fucked up the integrity of our election. Like, actually did. And now we're not going to fucking take this shit anymore. Period. Because he doesn't want, I mean, we had the discussion when we were talking Gaza and whatnot. There's a lot of parallels between him and Bibi in terms of, they did some nefarious, corrupt fucking shit, and the only way that they can, duck the jail time is to stay in office, or like he does, weaponize the DOJ to just drop all his fucking shit.
Which I'm sure is more than a handful of tips that he picked up from Bibi directly.
Or Maduro. Could work either way.
Also true.
That's another thing. He scooped up the one official. You got all those motherfuckers that are in those positions of power. Because, the whole thing was the war on drugs, right? Well, all of
the same government exists there now.
The exact same government with Maduro, probably just taking it sleazy somewhere with his wife.
Right. Probably somewhere here.
Right. Oh, no. Yeah, he's here. He's still here, I believe. But he's got the same, I believe his fucking right hand is wanted for like $500,000 for the amount of booger sugar he fucking trafficked into our country. Like, war on drugs, motherfucker? Really? Like, you left the dude in power that has probably smuggled all of the drugs that we fucking have there.
And I don't have any of them.
I don't have any of them at all. I'm actually, nope.
I don't, for the record.
But either way, we wanted you guys to at least be somewhat versed in a couple of things ahead of the midterms. That way, because like I said earlier, the best thing we can do is inform people. And with, I know at least the majority of the people in the chat, none of us have to worry about voting for Trump by any stretch of the imagination. That being said, you being armed with the information to hopefully, just get it out to people. And, if you change one mind is fucking enough, I feel. It's better than not. You know what I mean?
It's better than none.
Right. So I feel like
fewer and further between, changing those minds happens further and fewer as it goes, but it's better than none.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we can really hope for at this point. Because again, outside of shit that I cannot mention on any of these platforms, this is the best. This is the next best thing, is essentially get the information out there. See if we can, shift some votes, get out there and fucking vote your ass off. And hopefully
in person, if you can, if you have the ability, go and vote in person.
Yes. I mean, granted, and we'll get into the mail-in voting shit too. But if you can, first off, try to early vote, because I feel like election day is going to be the time, if they're going to be able to successfully do it, election day is going to be the time where they're going to be parking ICE agents at every goddamn polling place. If they're able to get away with it, which that's something that we have learned throughout these last couple of years is like, yeah, he can't fucking do that. Well, he just fucking did. And nobody's doing anything.
Fucking stopping him.
Right. Nobody with any kind of power. Nobody with any kind of fucking, I guess, pull that would possibly be a person that could call this shit out, with the exception of like Ro Khanna and fucking Massey and whomever else.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing shit because, again, like I said, I believe it was last week or the week before, was like, the longer they let this continue, the worse Trump looks and the more votes they get, because again, they will never learn their fucking lesson because they have a worse boogeyman right now. They won't change their shit unless we are able to, hopefully this shit, and this is just wishful thinking, but hopefully this shit, ends at least by the 2028 election, and we can get back to some degree of normalcy. But at that point, I feel like if we're in that degree of normalcy, I'm calling out every goddamn Democrat that is sitting on Capitol Hill. I'm like, do not fuck this up. Do something.
Jesus Christ.
Use the time that you have, use the power that you have, and actually fucking do something. They'll just sit there and peacock on your fucking culture war shit, because the left is just as bad on some of that shit as the right is, where they just focus on it. They just fucking focus on that part and don't even remotely touch the issues that need to be touched in terms of human rights, in terms of the economy, in terms of pretty much anything. Either way, we're just going to be discussing the skeevy ass tactics he's employing in an attempt to ensure that the rules get changed or ignored, for that matter. Because make no mistake about it, we are in a place where Stop the Steal isn't a goddamn joke anymore. And as the adults in the room, we need to do what we can to protect the ideals that this fucking country was built on, because that's another thing that I've talked to a lot of people recently, where they're talking about how you don't fucking desecrate the flag, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, motherfucker, you use that as your secret ceremonial underwear and you bow. You turned it into an idol that you bow under, rather than the ideals that this fucking nation was built on. You were focused on the wrong thing.
Who was it, Triv, who started calling them flag chuckers?
Yeah.
That lives in my brain rent free forever.
I fucking love that shit.
They put it on motherfucking everything and disrespect it literally all the fucking always.
Sunglasses, literal underwear.
You saw the video of the fucking double amputee marching into the center of the highway to go pick up a flag. Did you see this?
No, I did not.
Mother of God.
Are you
I saw it on TikTok and then on Instagram shortly thereafter. It's a double amputee that pulled over on the highway, like on the parkway or whatever y'all call it in your respective regions, and walked into the center median, into the grass, to go pick up a flag that was there, just to like, I don't even know what he did out, because as soon as I saw what he was picking up, I was like, oh, I'm fucking scrolling. I don't give a shit.
Fuck out of here.
Why?
And I'm
why
sure
is that on my FYP?
And I'm sure the first comment was, that right there, that's patriotism right there. That's goddamn
America.
Patriotism. That's America. That's how we do it in America. We don't give a fuck.
Respect the troops.
Yeah. We will fucking just go, to any black man killed, but goddamn it, you desecrate that flag, I'm gonna desecrate your mama.
If you don't stand behind our troops, then feel free to stand in front of them.
Why the fuck aren't you in Iran then, fuckface? That's my goddamn question.
Too old, diabetes.
Hurts me to pee and causes me to be short with my family. The other day I stubbed my toe and took it out on the dog. That lives rent free in my head, that fucking Family Guy kind of way. Either way, like I said, stop the steal isn't a goddamn joke anymore. And as the adults in the room, we need to protect these fucking ideals that this country was built on, because basically, not so many words, it's our turn to fight like hell in the only ways that we possibly fucking can. You know what I mean?
I think it's also, real quick, I think it's also worth noting, like, as a generation, it's our turn to lead.
Yes. They've kind of kept us out of it for fucking,
you know what I mean?
Dude, we're approaching middle age.
And if they don't want to step out of the way, then step them out of the fucking way.
Just stomp them into the fucking ground.
It seems pretty simple. Simple physics.
I feel like it. Either way, so basically what I'm going to do is we're going to be talking about just basically all this shady shit that he's done, any kind of like crap that he has pulled in the name of election integrity, even though it's the complete fucking opposite, in the name of, him trying to save this nation. Like all that fucking shit.
He's going to have one if he doesn't save it.
Right. Exactly.
Think of the children.
And that's exactly what he fucking said. If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a goddamn country anymore. And then sure enough, as soon as he gets in the office, we're pretty damn close to not having a goddamn country anymore. But let's go through the greatest hits first, and I'll just work my way up to more recent events that he's pulling, right? I mean, one can argue, I would say, that his election bullshit started back in 2011 with the 2012 election with Obama starting with shit. Obama's from Kenya.
God damn.
That was the first one. And then he had already sowed doubt in the elections because Obama won the first time. He had already started going that this shit's already starting to get rigged, which granted, I believe the one before, was that 2000 or was that the 2004 where they had to do a recount in Florida between.
That was 04. That was Bush.
That was Bush and Gore, was it not?
Yeah. I think that was 01 actually, or 2000.
Yeah, that's what I think. I believe it was 2000. Yeah. And that was like a legitimate, and I haven't dug too deep into the details on that, but like, I feel like with how they recounted those, something was like fucked up even still after they did the recount and Bush took office and then 9/11 happens.
Unrelated, or are they?
Well, I mean,
that's the second 9/11 joke of the podcast.
Whether or not George Bush, whether or not W had a hand in it, that's maybe up for debate. Whether or not we had a hand in it, that is not up for debate, because we definitely had a goddamn hand.
100%.
Because I mean, we fucking trained good old Osama bin Laden. We created Al Qaeda.
We've created all of our own problems.
Yes, we have. Thinking that we were too fucking hot shit that, okay, I mean, again, Same thing with Bibi, how he funded, let the funds go in to arm
Right.
Hamas.
Yep.
They thought they can control them. And
Yeah.
sure enough, you get shit like 9/11, you get
Well,
shit
look,
like
you can't.
October 7th. Right. But I don't fucking know, man. Either way, let's see. So the birther shit, there was that. And then he decided that he was going, what the fuck? Okay. Then he decided he was going to run. So there was the birther campaign. He had already called the elections rigged back then. He was already kind of calling them rigged when he was actually running against Hillary. And then let's go through the shady shit. Now we're going to kind of get into, well, I guess we can start with the lock her up rhetoric. That was the big thing that I feel like. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. I don't fucking like Hillary Clinton. I don't at all. Like the shady shit, the shady shit her and Bill have been up to with the Clinton Foundation and all that kind of fucking shit. Like, now that said, I would vote for her over fucking Trump any day of the goddamn week.
I did vote for her. Arguably the worst political candidate to have possibly been chosen to go against Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And I still voted for her because harm reduction.
I mean, that's essentially what we have. Those are essentially our choices when we go and vote each election, is who's the fucking lesser, which is fine. I mean, not fine, but like, cause that's always that one thing, that we always deal with the moderates, whether they're moderate right, moderate left, or whatever the fuck. It's just like, both sides are bad. Why the fuck should I even vote?
Two wings on the same bird.
Go
fucking shut up.
Two sides of the same coin. Shut the fuck
up. Like,
we know, fuckface.
Brown people in unmarked vans. No, they're not. What are you talking about? Like,
we know, but it is straight up just harm mitigation at that point. And that's, I mean, it's essentially what we're going to deal with here. I mean, I don't know who's running in 2028, but I mean, I know my candidates here in Texas that I can fucking vote for, and we'll just go from there. But, so yeah, there was the lock her up rhetoric. That was the big thing. I think that's what kind of pushed him over the edge in terms of, because I mean, not one person on the right, even because back then I had shifted from the right, a few years before this election had even, reared its ugly head. But that was the main thing, because like there were no illusions that Republicans fucking hated Hillary Clinton. They hated Bill back then. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at how much fucking money and time and everything they wasted investigating her for emails.
Right.
That, like, looking the spectacle of Hillary Clinton's fucking emails.
Her goddamn emails.
Especially through the lens of what the fuck we are right now.
Yep.
It gobbles the mind. Well,
and that's the thing too, man. It's just like all of the shit. And I think I said this last week too, is just like, we are at a position now where we're looking back at W fondly. We're looking back at, all of these presidents or all of these people in power within the cabinet or senators or within Capitol Hill or anything like that. We're looking at some of the worst fucking people that we thought were the worst human beings possible fondly compared to this shit. This is where we're at with it. It makes no goddamn sense to me. So then, yeah, we had the lock her up rhetoric, and then we had Russiagate. Now, how much do you know about Russiagate?
I remember quite a bit, but also I'm sure there's quite a few things that I'm pretty fuzzy on.
So yeah, so essentially, the left had a solid scandal to impeach him with. A solid. They blew their fucking wad and hyped up too much shit too quickly. And
sounds about right.
Well, and part of the hype that they had pulled was they were basically conflating Trump colluding with Russia, like purposely colluding with Russia, like giving them calls like, hey, I need you to fuck with this. I need you to fuck with this. They conflated that with what actually happened, which Russia interfered. 100% they interfered. Trump knew they interfered. And he knew that it was going to be in his favor. And all of the help that he got, he definitely accepted. I mean, a lot of the people on his campaign team had some shady fucking contacts in Russia.
Oh yeah, still do.
Still, obviously. I mean, I would.
Oh, yeah, obviously now.
Right. But like back then, it's they did interfere, and Trump was like, "I'll take the fucking help." Why not? I mean, whatever gets me in the fucking White House, and that, I mean, that's kind of Trump's MO, right? Is essentially you stroke his fucking ego, he'll give you whatever you want.
Yep.
Or he'll let you do whatever you want.
Yep, and they all fucking know that shit too.
Right.
Every motherfucking one of them knows it.
Right. And then, but yeah, the Dems, they just fumbled the fuckery, essentially. They didn't have the smoking gun that they kept touting. And that's what, then you get the Durham files, which is what the right, just clings to, is the Durham files.
Yep.
And essentially, I mean, it wasn't, even the Durham files weren't as much different than, say, the Mueller report in terms of that. However, it's just, they didn't have the smoking gun that they were touting. And that's what completely cast all doubt, especially from the right, but even on the left, of like, these motherfuckers are lying now too. Like, what the fuck? And then nothing came of it, essentially. And then you and I were just talking about this not too long ago. But he wasn't ramping, like, the ramp up that he's doing now is, I would say, 500% more than he did possibly in 2006, or his first term, essentially, because it was like, I mean, like, he basically did fuck all but give tax cuts to the rich, and he was so goddamn narcissistic that, he didn't believe that he could possibly lose the 2020 election, right? No. And that, I think the only thing that he really was able to do leading up to it, once he kind of realized that, oh shit, was but her emails. That was another big one, which goes back to the locker up deal, because that's where the locker up came from, where the whole Benghazi, the deleted emails, all that shit. Right.
Oh my God, Benghazi.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought I'd never hear that name out loud again.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Me doing the research, and I'm like, God damn, I forgot all about that fucking shit. But yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah, he pushed the locker up narrative. He pushed the emails, all that kind of fucking shit. And that's how he won. And then he kept doing it leading up to the 2020 election to just basically discredit as many Democrats as he possibly fucking could. And then that's where he started in, and that's where he started in the attacking voting by mail shit and the fucking false elector scheme and all this kind of shit. So everybody knows the attacks on vote by mail that he has always done. Yet he votes that way every goddamn time.
Just did.
Yeah, just fucking did. He does it every time.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, then there's the fake elector scheme. So for those who don't obla, essentially, what that means is basically these electors, like these election officials, just lied about who won in their district. Like,
that tracks.
Yeah, it's just, let's see. So we got Maricopa County. I remember that shit because we were sitting on that for a long time. So we got 18 defendants.
Oh yeah, I remember Maricopa. Yep.
Right, and it was let's see, defendants including Rudy Giuliani, Mark Meadows, Doug Ducey, Rusty Bowers. Basically, they were, they wanted this the election results overturned. So they pushed to search for voter fraud, essentially, while they were still kind of committing the voter fraud. And then you got the 64 plus court cases of them just wasting everybody's goddamn time. And I believe and this is the thing with those tactics in terms of the courts too, because basically all he wants to do is to tie all that shit up in so much litigation. Then guess what? It basically stalls the entire fucking election. Because I believe at that point, because I mean, yeah, Biden got sworn in on time, I guess. But I mean, we didn't get a count for who won until early that January. Like, yeah. It was like January 2nd or 3rd or some shit like that.
And that's been his MO his whole fucking life.
Right.
Literally anybody that challenges him, he just dumps a fuckload of money into legal fees and filing papers with XYZ courts and just keep on filing appeals and injunctions, etc. Like, that's his, which also raises the question, how and why the fuck is that possible?
I mean, I think anybody in a position of power can fucking do that, honestly. Like, because I mean, because I feel like if we were in that position, like, you just normal fucking everyday people, like this shit would have been thrown out like the moment you filed it.
Immediately.
Like, they wouldn't even touch it.
Was that there was like I think it's Critical Role or something. There was a guy that little quote where he was like, laws are just rules.
Oh, it's Dimension 20.
Dimension 20.
Laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic class who rules over the area.
That's it, man. I mean, and if you think about it, the shorter version of that was I loved that line. It was fucking amazing. The
Yep.
shorter version of it that I've heard is that like everything is legal if you have the money to pay the fines,
Yeah. 100
right?
fucking percent.
That's it. Everything is legal if you have money because all you have to do is pay the fine.
I mean, let's see, Oklahoma, they let a pederast go because he's got money. Texas, let a
Yep.
pederast go because he's got the goddamn money. I mean, it's probably going to cost fucking Ken Paxton the election.
God damn it.
if not anything else, it would be that.
Wait, is he Hot Wheels?
No, Ken Paxton is the lazy eye Bond villain looking motherfucker.
Abbott is Hot Wheels.
Abbott is Hot Wheels, yeah. Yeah.
That's
And
the
he's
only thing I
fucking
know
up because he's freaking out about those AI data centers because he let so many fucking go. And,
oh, and I one cowboy.
Yeah. Oh, fuck every single one of them. But yeah, no, back to the fake electors. They were found to have fraudulently signed affidavits that confirmed that Trump won the county for the 2020 elections. Investigations brought on some dismissed. We got Rudy Giuliani, John Eastman, Kenneth Cheeseborough. Fucking, I forgot that name too. Cheeseborough. Better than Doctor, I guess. Shout out to fucking Doctor. What is his name? I forget the whole damn
If his
name.
first name was Doctor, I'd toaster bath immediately. That's what's happening. Dr.
Honestly, I'm already flirting with the notion because of all this shit. But either way, so yeah, it was involved in Arizona, it was in Georgia, it was in Michigan, Nevada, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. Most of them were dismissed or dropped. Some are still ongoing. So that's super fun. Let's see. Let's go down the list.
Some are still ongoing. That's the fucking wild end to that.
Well, that's the thing, though, man. It's just like it's kind of running the same play as, say, Bibi, for example, like just staying in this goddamn war. So it's very difficult for him to lose power in terms of, we're in the middle of fucking something important. So I would say, well, if the integrity of our elections, because that was another thing I guess I forgot to mention because we were talking about how you and I do that shit and it'll just get tossed out immediately. Stakes are a little higher, I guess, in this instance. You know what I mean? So people have to really fucking take a look at it. But if you have the judges on your goddamn payroll, they're going to take a long look at it.
A very long look.
Yeah.
No stone unturned, as they say.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Even though they're just sitting on their fucking hand, or they're just sitting with their dicks in their hands, just not doing anything. It's like, oh no, President Trump, we got you, buddy. We got you.
Wait, now all I can think about is sitting with their hands in their dicks.
Yep. Just dick in hand, ready to fucking steal an election. And then, yeah, of course, he called Raffensperger, tried to find 11,000 votes, which we found, we got the audio proof of that. I believe we got the audio proof of Zelensky as well, or at least a transcripted version.
The transcript, I think it was for him.
I believe it was a transcripted version. And basically do the fake elector shit by just signing the affidavit, say that Trump won anyway. You don't need to find 11,000 votes. Just tell him I fucking won.
Right, just sign the thing that says you did.
And then once all of those were exhausted, once all of that shit was absolutely exhausted, all the efforts that he had made.
I'm exhausted.
Dude, right. I'm not even on the fucking second term yet.
Jesus Christ.
But after he exhausted all of his options leading up to, actually getting the votes tallied, getting the, everything confirmed and whatnot. I mean, his last fucking ditch effort was just start yelling, "They cheated. Hey, they cheated, guys. They cheated." And then he would just sow that over and over. I mean, through the entire counts and shit. Like even going with the shit going on in Maricopa County and Georgia and all that kind of fucking shit. He was just sowing and sowing and sowing doubt. I mean, he had started since 2011, but then that's when he really leaned in when he realized that he had been beaten. And then fight like hell, or you're not going to have a country.
You're not going to have a country.
And then
you gotta fight like hell.
Yeah, gotta fight like hell. You really do.
Be his, but you get the idea,
right? Or else you're not gonna have a country anymore. You're not gonna have a country anymore. Fucking piece of shit. And then that's when all the sister spelunkers raided the Capitol and smeared shit all over the walls for a solid few hours that he refused to do anything about until 4 hours in. People were trying. I mean, not only was it him just sitting on his hands or sitting with his dick in his hand, it was also the fact that his any law enforcement agency that he had that could possibly combat that kind of shit, it was so fucking incompetent at the time, but they were better at hiding it because there were still some people in there in positions of power that weren't completely loyalists that had their fucking head on their shoulders. And so it was it wasn't as, I guess, blatant in terms of the incompetence when it comes to their, whatever law enforcement agency is under him. But that shit was so fucking incompetent that it just bottlenecked on the information and people were just paralyzed. Like Capitol Police are calling, FBI, calling, everybody that could possibly whatever. And they're just like, well, what do we do? What do we do? We can't really make a move without this, that, and the other. And he just sat there and said, I don't want to fucking do anything. Like his fucking cabinet's like, dude, you got to do something. This is insane. Like people are getting hurt. Like they are in the Capitol.
Didn't he tweet or post something like a threat to Mike Pence that day too?
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. Like he was essentially that was how scared he was about losing this fucking election. He was throwing his own, which now it's not a shocker. Now that's a fucking Tuesday where he just threw so many members of his fucking cabinet under the fucking bus, and Mike Pence got the brunt of it.
Yeah,
and that's where you got the news.
Like, hey, I'll sign on for round 2.
Hey, man, that motherfucker
got a decent couch.
Which, by the way, speaking of, so you follow Cats on a Couch, right?
Yes.
She found JD's old blog, like,
oh, I saw that
early 2000s blog where he's talking about the music in Garden State. It's just so related to his life right now. Like the most cringe ass emo millennial shit is on this blog, and I honestly would just want to sit down and read all of it because I think that's just fucking
I'm
shit.
upset to call him emo, but he is still rocking the eyeliner, so it's hard.
Yeah, the guyliner, dude.
It's hard not to give it to him.
Right. But yeah, he did pressure Pence that day to like, hey, motherfucker, you better not confirm the results of the election. You better not do this. And of course, Pence was like, I can't legally do that. I don't have the power.
That is not something that I can do.
I'm going to do my job. All right, well, I'll let my inbreds fucking hang you then. And then finally, what was it? I think it was after 4 hours when he released that video. And not only he basically just said the whole thing was him bitching about the election being rigged and then ending on just go home. We can't do the violence. We all love you. Like basically just told them, I mean, you did great, but you went a little too strong. That's
a little too much. A little too much.
And so, and then you guys kind of know the rest. Biden won. We had 4 years of somewhat normalcy, even though he had his share of fuck ups. Some were due to
it's gone too soon, man.
Right. Well, some were due to the implementations of Trump's former plans just to, get shit done quick. For example, the pull out of Afghanistan.
Right.
Because he essentially he pulled from Trump's original plan to pull out those troops, which he had already kind of done. Before,
and then Biden took the shit for it up to and including Trump for doing what he orchestrated.
And that's what I've always said too, because this is the thing. Like before Biden even was sworn in to office, he had already pulled the majority of the troops out. Like for over a year, the majority of our troops were already out of the area. And that allowed for the Taliban to grow in numbers, grow stronger, and significantly weak the Afghan forces and our presence in there. And it made them get stronger to the point where they knew they could just threaten a nationwide escalation and violence. And that was the point where Biden's like, well, fuck, it's shit or get off the pot time now.
We gotta go then.
Guess we just got to pull everybody the fuck out.
Hang out, fucking fuck around and find out.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not absolving Biden of any accountability in that fucking move. It was a shitty fucking move. It was a horribly carried out plan, all of that shit.
Yep.
But I feel like if Donnie Boy didn't leave him a river of shit to clean up, I feel like things would have been a lot smoother.
Yeah, that's a safe bet.
Right.
I mean, I think that's true in so very many ways, aside from just the Afghanistan pullout.
Right. And that's another thing. Speaking of implementing Trump's policies, that's essentially what he kept Trump's border policy in place the entire time. And everybody's like, well, he let 4 million or however million immigrants in our fucking country, and they all need to get out. And now they're all voting for us. They're voting for Democrats and shit like that. Like, dude, he had the same fucking plan
Yeah,
in
he did
place.
the same exact thing.
Right.
I hate
I
these
mean,
people.
he didn't make his own fucking Gestapo, but
True.
he closed the fucking border, and he did not leave. I mean, I believe he started the app for that little app to, I guess, try to streamline the pathway to citizenship, which, I mean, our border policy, I don't know the fucking solution, but I just
Oh,
know that
yeah,
it
yeah,
needs
yeah.
to be updated. So he did have that,
Didn't that get taken down immediately too, the app?
a weekend. It was it was people trying to seek asylum.
Sick.
They can go on that app, and they even had appointments. Even people had appointments to go for their hearings for asylum to be heard, so they can, possibly at least get entry and then work on their citizenship.
Right.
But even the people that had, like, there were people like, we've been here for 5 days, and he shut that app down. He shut down that whole program down, and then, like, they sat there for 5 days for no fucking reason.
God damn.
When he pulled that shit. Now, not to mention. Now, while Biden is in office, we still, I mean, with the exception of, a few weeks, few months here and there, because there was a time in there where, people kind of forgot about Trump. And I honestly think that's kind of part of the reason why he fucking got elected again. Is people,
I would love to forget about him.
right. People had the rose tinted glasses at that point because, inflation and the fucking Ukraine war and Gaza and, his fucking just blind support for Bibi as well. I mean, granted, at the same time, that motherfucker didn't know his ass from his elbow. He was so goddamn.
Well, especially at the end there, he was barely keeping it together.
And that's the fucking thing. That's what drives me nuts about, especially people talking about separation of church and state. When you have an ideologue as a fucking leader, it's nothing good can ever come out of it. It's the only reason, I guarantee you, the only reason Biden still fucking basically provided them. I mean, I guess from a surface level standpoint, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I guarantee you that Biden supported Israel just from a religious standpoint, him being Catholic, because Israel's chosen people, or they're God's chosen people.
Absolutely correct.
Right. That's what I figured. And so, I mean, he would peter out here and there. He would go silent. He would just chill in Mar-a-Lago. And, with the exception of the classified documents, with the exception of him not recording presidential records, with the exception of a few things, we didn't really hear much from him until it was close to election time again.
Right.
But the times that we did hear from him, the entire fucking 4 years Biden was in office, he was still bitching about how that election was rigged, and he would not shut the fuck up about it. But I know at that point, once he finally got the humbling that I guess fucking did nothing for him, he course corrected. Still sowing doubt in the elections, still in the ear of a lot of Congress people, because he's going to run again, and they want to be, they want to make nice with him, especially if he gains power again. I mean, and that was the whole thing too, because they did a whole brand new border deal that was actually going to give the right what they wanted and then some. But he killed it. He told them to kill it so he can implement his own border policy. So A, he has his name on it, and B, he can get that Gestapo a goose stepping.
God damn.
That's the only reason why that border bill got killed, was because he wanted the fucking credit for it, just like the nuclear deal, just like,
of course,
that he never replaced.
That came out too, that he was like contacting Republican officials and was like, absolutely not.
Right. And motherfuckers were going to Mar-a-Lago. I mean, I guarantee you, Ladybugs was there a few times, and Mitch McConnell and everybody else. It's just he used the election is rigged to get pretty much any kind of thing that he wanted, including an insurrection, including being elected again. Because and now fucking Trump 2.0 is a just litany of fuckery that I have never seen before in my entire life. Like leaving out the Epstein of it all, leaving out the blatant corruption with the 1.2 bill in crypto, with all of that shit that he's made money on.
Oh my God. And there has been a lot. What was he made, like $2 billion off of the presidency?
4, I think.
I just saw, something like that. I just saw something, I think it was earlier today, that said it combined the amount of money that every president before Donald Trump has made.
Right.
In the last maybe it was in the last 100 years, I think it was. All presidents' profit in the last 100 years against Donald Trump.
And Jimmy Carter had to sell his goddamn peanut farm.
The man couldn't have a fucking peanut farm. but this fucking tubby thumb.
Granted, I feel like that was never, because I don't think it was a law that a president, if he had businesses, he would have to close them down in terms of conflicts of interest or whatever the fuck. But it was always frowned upon if he didn't.
Yep.
And with Carter, that was like the most.
Now they're not even frowning.
Well, they're not even fucking. They're just like, I don't know what to do. I feel like a lot of them, with the exception of them, just like, well, just let him fucking go, and we'll get a blue wave, and then we'll, whatever. We'll never learn our goddamn lesson. I feel like a lot of people were just fucking paralyzed, including the voting population.
Yeah,
not knowing what the fuck to do.
That's the thing of it too. Is I think what I saw. Hawk posted a video. I don't know how recent it was. I didn't get a look at like the date stamping on it, but he basically said like, no one's fucking doing anything to stop him.
No.
And I really like in my heart, I really truly want to believe that this is kind of like a bait and switch scenario. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can kind of see what you're saying.
Want to believe it, but also Democrats are fucking spineless cowards.
Yeah, if
part of me can't help but feel like they're just like, well, what are we gonna do?
And that's what pisses me off too, because not only are they spineless, when they get called out on it, they talk down to people. Hakeem Jeffries, for example, with his fucking Kushner meeting.
Fuck Hakeem Jeffries.
He's like, hey, it was just a meeting and I took it, okay? But don't make any mistake. Everybody involved is going to be held accountable. Really?
Yeah. Everybody involved is going to be held accountable right after I have private meetings with each one of them.
Oh, man. And it's just all that fucking doubt that he had sown in those 4 years that he was not in office with the and then I guess he did make the right choice in terms of going quiet for a little while, so people kind of forget. Because I mean, when he's in a position where he just doesn't shut the fuck up, even his followers, even a lot of people in his base are just like, God damn, just shut the fuck up, dude. Like I want the policies that you want to implement, but just shut up. You're ruining it for everybody, essentially.
Because he can't stop fucking talking. So
right, and so at that point, he was quiet just enough around election time for people to regain those rose-tinted glasses on top of the fucking genocide in Gaza, on top of all that shit. Where and a lot of people are just like the fucking Stein voters and the fucking whatever voters and whatnot. I mean, it was just basically out of fucking spite, because I think at that point, people just did not believe that he would get reelected if they weren't going to vote for him in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, even the same is true of the first time he ran it. Like I was one of them. I was like, there is no fucking way.
Oh, dude,
this country is going to elect this bloated piece of shit from a shitty television show to be president of the United States.
The fucking host of The Apprentice is going to be fucking president. Like, what the fuck?
There's no way we're that collectively stupid. Oops. Right, like,
I mean,
twice.
Fuck, I mean, shit. Man. We've been fucking electing celebrities for a while, I guess. I mean, back with Reagan. Reagan was an actor.
Not they.
Well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
those dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, you were elected his ass.
You should run the country.
Well, then fucking Arnold for the governor of California.
Also a Republican.
But not MAGA, I guess.
True. Well, he was more like classic Republican, which I would give my fucking left and right testicle to have a conversation with one of those at this point. Jesus Christ.
You can have my next born child if you just fucking quit with this shit.
Just knock it the fuck off.
But yeah, well, I mean, with the rose-tinted glasses and whatnot, that's what got him the fucking election. I mean, and on top of the fact that Biden, refused to bow out, no matter how many fucking times we told him to bow out, he refused to do it. And his handlers were fucking, just like Mitch McConnell's handlers are doing the same fucking thing right now, are hiding any kind of.
McConnell's handlers are called pallbearers. They're not. They're not anything.
just wheel them out. Just wheel them the fuck out. But yeah, like they just the shitty handling of that, on top of the fact not having a primary that turned a lot of fucking people off. That still being said, people who weren't going to vote for Trump anyway did not believe that this could possibly happen, because he had already put us through hell once. And that was one thing that I when he first got reelected, I was like, this motherfucker put us through hell once, and now all bets are off. This is going to be so much fucking worse. And what do you know? 2 years in, holy shit.
I'm done. Unsubscribe. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. 0 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah, no, none of this shit. I mean, and now we're now I'm just gonna get into the shit that he's pulling now. The first thing that piqued me or that perked my fucking interest or just completely just had me fucking sit up straight and pay attention was having his buddy, who was a loyalist, buy Dominion,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
which is now, by the way, you go vote, you see a voting machine. If you see Liberty Vote, don't fucking use it. In my opinion, just don't fucking use it. You can get a paper ballot, get a goddamn paper ballot. Because that's essentially because Dominion was
I think my county, at least my district, whatever the voting district, still uses paper ballots.
We have both, at least in my area. We have voting machines or paper ballots. But the voting machines that we do use are, well, not Dominion anymore. Liberty Vote now. It's what it's going to be. I guess rebranded to it. Now he's been saying up and down that he's going to run a fair election because the Democrats cheat. So why the fuck would I rig an election for whatever? Don't believe it for one fucking bit, like one iota. It's just like, and then with him filling his cabinet and all these positions of power and just cutting down the fucking government and just replacing every single person with a goddamn head on their shoulders or at least some significant experience when it comes to being in politics, in the political world in America, which is what, JD and fucking Marco. Everybody else is a fucking loyalist. Everybody else is just going to do whatever he wants or whatever, Heritage Foundation wants or whatever Israel wants.
I would argue that I think JD and Marco are likely to do the same.
I mean, yeah, I mean? Like, no, 100%.
Maybe not to the same degree, but like, and they're not as big. They're not as much useful idiots as Trump is.
No, not by any stretch.
But also, Rubio did wear those shoes.
But see, they're subs. That's the thing. They're fucking submissive, subhuman pieces of shit. That's just what they are. I mean, the only reason why JD is even on this fucking in this cabinet as vice fucking president is he decided to sign his goddamn life away to advance his political career. There was no other the Vanity Fair article that had those real fucking like close up pictures of everybody just looking like garbage. Like I feel like that was the best troll on the goddamn planet. But that was what it was. Is essentially he had admitted, or somebody else admitted for him, essentially that the only reason why he agreed to be on this ticket was to advance his political career. And I've even done a video. I was like, hey, JD, like, I don't have any illusions, dude, that you only did this solely to advance your political career. So I think that's the only thing you really give a fuck about. So honestly, the best way to help your political career right now? A well-timed shove down the fucking stairs.
Oh, man. Could you imagine? Oops. Oh, man, there he goes.
And I told him, I was like, think about it. You'll be a hero. You'd be a fucking hero at that point. But I mean, I think they're just going to follow suit because at this point, it's not even. I don't even think it's really Trump's government anymore.
No,
at this point,
no. He's the useful idiot. He's right. There to sign the paperwork. He has the people, fucking the idiots behind him rattle off like this is a bill on blah blah blah. He doesn't have any fucking clue what he's signing.
No,
at the end,
absolutely,
he has no clue what he's signing. He's just. And I mean, okay, this is to make things illegal that I don't like.
Right. Well, and him and Lindsay, fucking rest in piss. Like they have let Israel intertwine themselves in our infrastructure in terms of training the ICE agents, in terms of their surveillance systems, in terms of all of this other fucking shit. There's so much ingrained in each other now that I'm completely convinced this is a fucking BB government too at this point.
Oh, it 100% is. And
I just. And that's the thing. Like we always said, basically that Trump was the fucking head of the snake, and nope, not no more. He's the asshole.
Yeah. And he's wearing a diaper.
Right. Exactly. Damn. Don't ask me why I need a diaper, Trump. That's why I always fucking say it, man. Let's see. Just going down. Okay. So we had Scott Leyendecker, his homie, his loyalist.
Keep going.
Oh, you're good. Scott Leyendecker, his loyalist, he bought Dominion. And of course, he's using the same fucking tactics on demonizing mail-in voting and trying to sow any kind of doubt in the election integrity of it all. That's also a big thing. He's still probably, during the election, most likely going to intertwine, supposed fucking fraud, election fraud in the courts again. I mean, and at this point, he's already, replaced a lot of federal judges and a lot of people that, have a say over this with loyalists, which doesn't fucking help, especially here in Texas. They made a whole goddamn court to basically carry out his bidding and Greg Abbott's bidding. And then let's see what else we got here. And then we got Venezuela. When we invaded Venezuela in a shitty disguise of the failed war on drugs. I mean, I don't understand how we're back here. I don't understand how we're back to just say no on the drugs situation. They lost the war on drugs, dude. But apparently,
I'm still fighting it. There's a brush fire been burning in the corner of my office for months.
I'm talking to God right now. But it's
I'm still fighting. Hashtag never forget.
Right.
That's the third joke.
9/11, never again. But I mean, back to Venezuela. One thing is that we were just talking about it. He left everybody in the position of power, but the one official that he scoops up is Maduro and his wife. And who actually led a successful rigged election in 2020? Mr. fucking Maduro.
What?
That's how he got elected. Yeah. That is how he got fucking elected, is he rigged the shit out of the election, on top of the fact that you have Bibi that's like, hey, I employ these tactics. See if you can just fucking tangle this shit up enough to where, maybe you can't have an election yet.
You don't ever have to worry about losing an election again.
And if he's forced to have an election, then he goes over to Maduro. Maduro's like, hey, this is how you fucking do it. This is how you rig an election. Because I mean, he's already packed, like I said, pretty much every fucking avenue that could possibly combat him. Any watchdog, anything. There are still a few independent entities within the branches of government, but they're very few and far between, and they're not even sufficient enough to.
I don't even think any of the. I don't think there's a single one on that side that has that. I mean, I realize I just recently said that Democrats are spineless cowards.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Republicans are basically liquid on the inside. I mean, especially if they're around Trump, then they're gushing.
No, they're fucking.
Yep.
Don't use that fucking word ever again.
Sorry for that joke. I hated it as soon as it came out of my mouth. I didn't like it.
Yeah, no, they have the spine. Their spine consistency is a fucking pudding cup at this point. Actually, their brains and spines and balls, for that matter, all are the consistency of a fucking pudding cup. And that's the thing. Like, he uses that kind of. That's why he's taking down education. We get more dumber motherfuckers that don't even pay attention to this shit. That's why he, went silent for a while so people can get the rose-tinted glasses, because people have the attention span and the goddamn memory of a goldfish at this point.
Especially the people that vote for him. Good Lord.
Right. Well, I mean, I feel like that's a mixed bag with, like, not just not remembering shit and not wanting to remember shit to confirm their bias, to basically justify their vote, that they tried to do the right fucking thing, which is what a lot of people
because
that's the leaving MAGA crowd. Right. Well, yeah, that's the leaving MAGA crowd right now. I really thought it was the best thing, and I've been duped. No, motherfucker, you didn't. You just refused to listen to people that were just trying to just grab you by the fucking neck and be like, listen. And nope. Because at that point, they'd have to admit they were wrong. And you still will have motherfuckers, especially in the South, especially a proud fucking, like, older matriarch or patriarch of the fucking of Southern family will never admit they were wrong.
No. And
even if the only thing that they would get close to it is like, well, I didn't vote for this. Yeah, you fucking did. You voted for all of it. You voted for all of it.
Yeah.
And you made the jokes. You made the fucking little comments here and there.
You wore the hats. You flew the flag.
You wore the hats. You flew the flag. You went along with everything.
Yep.
So, and basically all you did is just give all the rest of our fucking money to the goddamn billionaires. You let him consolidate so much goddamn power to the point where, like I said, the watchdogs that could possibly maybe keep his ass on a leash are gone. All but gone, essentially. And so I think this is like the test, or the midterms of the test, or what he can get away with when it comes to the presidential election. But
no pressure, y'all.
Let's go down the let's keep going down the fucking list though. Let's see. So we got Venezuela, got that. Then of course there's good old Steve Bannon. The first time that this was ever uttered was posting ICE agents at every polling place to essentially fucking intimidate voters, but under the guise of making sure citizens vote. And
why do none of them? I keep seeing this post in a bunch of places, and every time I see it, it makes me laugh, but also fills me with rage. Being a Republican is just not understanding how anything works as loudly as possible.
Yeah. Right.
Like that's it.
And that's the thing too, is if it's enough to confirm their bias, they will confidently fucking say it is truth, because some don't believe that it's truth, but they're at this point just want to be fucking contrarian because of culture war shit.
The edgelords, yep.
Yeah, the edgelords that just, that were more pissed off about the culture war shit than, making a goddamn decent paycheck or,
Yeah, they want to own the libs.
Our food making us sick. Yeah. You'd be shocked at how many motherfuckers voted for that motherfucker just explicitly to own the libs.
Yep.
Because they hated the libs that much.
They have to lease.
What's that?
Now they can't afford to own the libs anymore. They have to lease.
Exactly. Farmers are fucked right now because of that shit.
Oops.
We told you, motherfuckers.
Oops.
We told you. But yeah, posting ICE agents. Not to mention, very recently, a shit ton of voters. I had to double check my registration in Texas because good old Greg Abbott, hundreds of thousands of registered voters were deemed ineligible.
I'm literally writing down right now to check my voter registration.
Yeah. So that the first thing I did was check my voter registration. I'm still good, but I'm also a white dude. So
I live in a fucking blue state. I live in Connecticut, and I still feel like I need to check it.
Well, I mean, and that goes along with another CD thing that he's doing. He's demanding voter rolls from every state, especially blue states, in terms of he's, threatening to pull funding from them in any straight, like any emergency funding, anything like that, unless they turn over their voter rolls. Of course, Greg was
anyway.
Right. And of course, fucking the half man, half wit fucking was like, here you go, daddy. You can have our voter rolls. And then hundreds of thousands, actually, I think it's millions at this point, of voters were deemed ineligible, probably by something at random, probably AI. I mean, that's the whole thing we're running with the flock cameras, with all that kind of shit. They're just
probably at the hands of fucking that D-bag Musk.
Yeah. I mean, most likely, I would say, or even Geo Group for that fucking matter. Or I mean, a lot of the flock cameras are getting changed with Axon cameras, which, Trump is a controlling investor in.
Same, but different. Yeah, exactly.
Go fucking figure. But yeah, turning over the voter rolls and basically letting them deem anybody who they seem to be suspected of being a fraud, a non-citizen, or whatever the hell else, they can just, well, you ain't voting this fucking election. And then you also have, now Texas, there's no fucking illusion because you know who runs Texas. So, damn, they fucking they were already going to gerrymander the maps. They've been doing it for 40 fucking years now, essentially, or 30
at a minimum, right?
And that's why Republicans have remained in power in this state for so goddamn long. And it's so funny how they run on shit. Is like, are you tired of this? Are you tired of this, motherfucker? You're the one who did it. You've been in control for 30 years.
That's the thing that really fucking blows me away is like this whole like, oh, are you like that? It's the same campaign bullshit every fucking year, every campaign season. It's, are you tired of this stuff? Are you tired of that? I literally have just taken to challenging literally every single fucking MAGA idiot that comments or DMs or whatever. Name one fucking policy that the Republicans have passed that benefits the middle class above anything else. Name one in the last 50 fucking years.
Yeah. Even though they're the ones that are supposed to be. Well, granted, now it had flipped because for a while there, I mean, if you want to talk about the whole party shift and all that kind of hugging bullshit, it was for the longest time Republicans were for the working man until it kind of switched with the various events that happened starting with the 1930s up.
You know,
And
that's why our party colors, like Republicans red, Democrats blue, and the values, that's why they're different from every other fucking place in the every other country in the world.
in terms of
Most left-wing parties use red as a color.
interesting.
It's switched because the parties switched.
I'm fucking uncultured swine at this point then. Shit, I didn't know that. But I guess so. I guess that makes sense. Granted, I don't pay that much attention to any other country's elections and shit unless I hear, like Maduro, for example, or Oman or whatever, which that's another thing too.
Think about communist countries and their flags. Largely red.
Fair. That's also fair. I mean, the Russians, the Ruskies, dude, always been red. North Korea, always been red. So, I mean, I guess that fucking makes sense. But yeah, I mean, essentially it's all, just sowing disinformation. It's, talking about how, illegals, an overwhelming amount of illegals are fucking voting in our elections, which I believe is definitely less than 1%. I think it was like 0.0007 fucking percent of undocumented migrants trying to vote in elections over the past 50 years.
Voter fraud in general. I think I did a video on this a while back. I think it was like 0.000, very similarly, like a 4 or 5 zeros and then 1.4%.
Right.
Which is like it's a non-issue. It's a non-issue.
Right.
But they are fucking convinced that numbers lie.
That's true. Well, unless it benefits them, because remember that the last big speech he made that a few of the networks, refused to carry was all about all this exposing all this voter fraud. And then you roll in there and then check what it is. And if you look a little bit deeper, guess what? It was all to benefit his ass. It was not in any way to benefit anybody
basically
else.
The Russia stuff.
Right. Russia and China, but China
already knew.
But China didn't do jack shit except voice who their favorite candidate was for the 2024 election, which was Donald fucking Trump. They preferred him because why? Useful idiot. Goes right back to that.
Yep.
But with,
because now look where China is economically compared to us.
Right. Exactly. Fucking way ahead. And I mean, with like blackmailing states or, giving states ultimatum to whether they get rid of the DEI policies or whether they get, they comply with ICE or whether they whatever, determines their funding, which I feel like that alone, I feel like 20 fucking years ago, had fucking W pulled that shit.
Oh my God.
We would have had another president before Obama got elected at that point.
I can't even be surprised anymore when this shit comes up, because like the number of times that we could literally just be like, could you imagine this happening or even being attempted?
Right.
Just earlier in our lives, pre-Obama. Could you imagine if Obama himself attempted even a fraction of these things?
And goddamn well they would have taken his ass to fucking impeachment court immediately,
if not worse.
Exactly.
These motherfuckers stormed the Capitol because they lost an election.
Right. And that's the thing too, is like people are still talking about how, I mean, I see the little fucking propaganda, especially on Threads, which is again a fucking MAGA hotbed, which I'll just see meme after meme after fucking meme of, do you agree Obama should be tried for treason and sent to prison? Comment below. Like just stupid fucking shit like that, man. But I mean,
it's all just fucking like boomer echo chambers. That's all it is.
That's all it is. But it's so fucking infuriating. I can't fucking resist just yelling at somebody, because like I see it, and just I think what gets me the most is just the smug confidence in being so goddamn wrong that it doesn't matter what you say to these motherfuckers at the time, because they'll just be like, yeah, you're full of shit, dude. Here's my fucking shit.
Free with the Republican voter registration.
Right. Or like me, for example, very recently, like even if I had the receipts just sitting there on a video that maybe I stitched or some shit like that, to be like, you did not show any evidence that this, I'm like, I showed you the sources. No, you didn't. Those are just headlines. That doesn't do nothing. Yeah, that's an ad hominem attack. Oh, you learned a new word, you fucking idiot. Like
that's why so many people too, like content creators and all that stuff, even up to and including myself. Like that's why so many folks have shifted away from doing the back and forth tit for tat political commentary, because it's the I'm just beating my fucking head against a brick wall.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
going to take anything away from this. Both of us are still going to be where we're at. And it's easier then to just comment on what's happening than try to stitch and argue a point with some fuck knuckle who's not going to give a shit about anything you have to say at the end of the day.
Yeah, he's gonna keep saying the same shit over and over
Right.
and over and over.
It's gonna go right
It's not
past
gonna
right back to posting bullshit about immigrants. All like it's fucking disgusting.
right. And I mean, I think I need to take a page from that book. But granted, I've significantly fallen off of stitching just random creators or whatever the fuck because of that very reason. Unless I have something particularly funny to roast them with.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, like it's I
couldn't help
don't even
myself.
bother. I don't even bother at least like overlaying headline screenshots or anything like that anymore because I'm like I'm just putting all this effort for no fucking reason.
Yep.
And I mean, they're not going to look it up regardless. But I mean, at least at that point, they can maybe Google what I just fucking said. But that's never ever going to fucking happen.
Well, and a lot of these folks that are feeding the machine, like they know what they're doing. You know what I mean? It's the grift. They know what they're doing, but it pays too well to stop.
True. Well, not so much these days. Which
surprised.
I feel like
especially
may have a part. Well, I feel like that may have a part to play. I feel like that might have a part to play if depending on how big you are. Like if you're like say an older millennial for a fucking example, where he's making that kind of fuck you money. Well, I don't know about fuck you money, but I'm pretty sure he's doing pretty well doing what he's doing. He won't. He'll keep grifting because he's making money off of it. But like the smaller ones, like the ones that the ones that we would normally do, like fucking Kevin or whatever, that has some bearing. I feel like if they're not making any money off of it, then they'll either not maybe do political content because again, 3 of my fucking videos, I'll be shocked if I will be shocked if I wake up tomorrow and don't see my fucking account banned because of that shit. At this point,
that's wild
because I didn't have any strikes on my account until like the last few days trying to do promo videos because they kept taking them down.
You got a strike?
Oh, what's that? I didn't have
a strike.
No, not yet. I haven't gotten a strike
yet.
But like, they're like those 3 videos are still under appeal review. One of them has been there for a week, and so I feel like at that point they might not do political content anymore because they're not making any money unless it's Facebook, for example, because like Facebook pays out pretty damn well.
Yep. And that's what it is for these people. It's all like Facebook, for example. I was going to mention that different platforms like Facebook pay really well on engagement, period.
Right.
And if you've got those kind of numbers, and even a halfway decent follower list, like you make a decent amount of money.
Yeah, you can be sitting pretty with the grift for sure. But I feel like the smaller ones that make maybe a few extra bucks here and there will either peter out and not do any political content and just maybe completely switch their format, or just quit altogether. But
yeah,
I mean that's an optimistic view for fucking sure.
We can hope.
Right. But then, I mean, like I said, pushing all the fucking election integrity shit, threatening states to pull funding if they don't fucking go along with their policies. And then there's the consolidation of power with Doge and cutting all these fucking departments and just basically trying to consolidate power and trying to federalize elections. I don't see that happening anytime fucking soon unless we are just way too fucking far gone. But it's still something very serious that people do need to fucking pay attention to. If they start trying to federalize election, it's going to get to the point where we are fucking screaming states' rights, and I don't like it. I don't fucking like it. Now, granted, different kind of, I guess, excuse.
Another party switch.
Right. I mean, different kind of excuse. They were like, in our states' rights to, cover up slavery. We're like, states' rights, you're federalizing elections. Like,
well, now they want states' rights for literally everything until or unless it's something they don't like. Then they want the federal government to tell you whether or not you can do it.
Exactly. And then, I mean, and don't get me wrong, like I said earlier too, with the Supreme Court, like packing, all these departments, all these branches with his loyalists and shit. The Supreme Court have pushed back on him here and there, but then he just ignores it until somebody sues him, and then he'll tie that up in litigation. In the meantime, he can just keep on doing whatever fucking nefarious shit he's doing in terms of just, trying to federalize elections, trying to send out the ICE agents, trying to fucking You know, leading up to, which is the other than say, I guess the warmongering for the most part, you know, that's a page out of BB's book for sure.
Oh yeah.
The warmongering. Let's the war keep going, and maybe we can find an excuse that we can't, you know, I can't leave office until this war is done, essentially. Much like BB is doing. And then with the, you know, going back to the right, well, going back to the rose-colored glasses too, all the vanity projects. It seems very, I mean, with the war in Iran and him just blatantly fucking that up, and clearly has already lost. All he seems to give a shit now.
It's clear to literally everyone but him.
Right. Right. So now the only thing that he's fucking focused on are his vanity projects, whether that's the reflecting pool, whatever stupid ass arch he's doing, the ballroom, the bunkers, the fucking everything. He's
reflecting pool.
Yeah, he's concentrating on that shit because essentially, and I mean, the alarm bells are off on a lot of the, I guess, more experts when it comes to these kind of things where it's, you know, he's very much just trying to fucking completely steal this goddamn election. And the warnings of him, you know, invoking the Insurrection Act. Yeah, Insurrection Act, which would again then be followed by martial law. I feel like that would be the tipping point.
Yeah, he would still need to have a reason to invoke the insurrection.
How many reasons has he given to fucking give to get
That's
anything
fair argument.
nefarious around? You know what I mean? That's kind of where I've been. I've tried for the last year and a half to find some semblance of optimism in terms of somebody checking this motherfucker and putting him on the leash. But right now, nothing has really, with the exception of the Supreme Court pushing back on him here and there, and maybe a couple of his, you know, former loyalists pushing back on him, either quitting or, you know, pushing back on him on shit. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I can't be optimistic about somebody checking his goddamn power or checking, you know, the illegal shit that he's essentially doing.
The thing of it is too, like, it's not even just the Democrats. Like I would have at least expected, and this is again why I was laughing about how I just said the Democrats are spineless and all that stuff. Like
right.
The man is backed by a party that, like, what, Thomas Massey? That's it.
Thomas Massey.
That's it.
Yep.
That's all you got.
Maybe Rand Paul.
Ugh, fuck that curly-headed douchebag.
It's the only one's pushing back on him.
Ugh.
At least on the right, as it is. And then go.
I mean, in truth, fuck Thomas Massey too. But like,
obviously, but him and Ro Khanna are the only ones trying to fucking get anything done on the goddamn Epstein files at this point. The only ones fighting for it. And then when we throw fucking Blanche in there, he basically
outright said they're not prosecuting any of the people listed as offenders in the files. They're not doing it. Not releasing them, not prosecuting.
His first press conference after they had just fired Bondi and he took as the acting attorney general before he got confirmed, the first thing he said is like, okay, first off, there's something baked into your question there that is like not real. Like there are these like men randomly that are just like attacking and assaulting people. Like that's not the case. Like he brought us right back into hoax territory with that shit. Because, I mean, for the longest time, Epstein files were a Democrat hoax where he campaigns on releasing them, gets into office, realizes his name's all fucking over them, tries to make it into a hoax, realizes he can't fucking do that. They passed the fucking Epstein file Transparency Act that he, you know, fought kicking and screaming before he signed it, and then they did nothing with it. And now they're back with Todd Blanche, who's more of a fucking yes man, yip dog. that is basically saying, I don't know what you're fucking talking about. I don't have any of this shit. Oh, well, but Pam Bondi said they had it on. Nah, she's lying. But like they released some Epstein files, and there was very clearly no. I don't think.
No, he outright said he's not releasing anything. I mean, not releasing, not prosecuting. Even the meeting he was supposed to have with the victims, didn't he send a fucking like a rep in there? He didn't even go.
No, he sat in there. He sat in there, but he was a condescending prick to the survivors. He acted like he didn't want to be there. He tried to basically tell them that they were just being crazy. Like he basically just tried to gaslight them the entire way, saying the same way that he did the American people that first fucking press conference, saying this shit's a hoax. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like this isn't real. I guarantee you, he sat there and he's like, no, you're lying. Like this is not real. You're just trying to attack my president. You're just trying to fucking this, that, and the other. And I mean, that was the main thing that he said to Marjorie Taylor Greene was like, what he didn't implicate himself in so many words. It was more, a lot of my friends are going to get hurt. A lot of really nice guys are going to get hurt.
Which that's another one. She's another one too. Like the like I'm gonna feel you. I'm gonna let you guys know the secrets on what secrets, you dumb fuck. We all know what the fuck you're doing. It's not a
Right.
secret.
No, not by any stretch of the imagination.
If she had a shred of human decency, let alone a spine,
That bitch is a human.
the moment that fucking thing, whatever, however it was said to her, whether it was in person, over the phone, or whatever,
Right.
the moment it was said, you're in front of a fucking camera.
Yeah.
Instead, it's months later after Daddy said, no, I'm not backing you for the Senate.
Right.
Now she throws a shit fit and she's like, well, then I'm letting all. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. I don't get, especially in the more recent years and the shit that he's pulling with, again, his homie buying the fucking voting machine company, with the pulling funding for states that don't give him voter rolls, trying to federalize the fucking elections, trying to post ICE agents at every fucking place, the SAVE Act, trying to get that stupid shit passed in terms of like voter ID and all that kind of shit. Which, I mean, at least in my state, I don't know how it is over in Connecticut. Like, we just got to show a driver's license and we're good to go. As long as we show
proof of address.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think you can bring like a fucking like utility bill.
You need an ID to register to vote.
Right.
To register to begin with, you need to prove that you are a person that is a citizen, et cetera, et cetera. To register, you have to. So, like, at the voting booth, almost entirely irrelevant.
Right. At that point, anyway.
But again, they don't know how any fucking thing works.
No, they don't.
As possible about it.
Which is like, I don't understand why they do. Why they wouldn't want that? Why they wouldn't want illegals voting in our elections? Because they're fucking not. This is just a fucking ploy for him to rig with the gerrymandering, with the threatening to pull funding, with the fucking voter ID shit, with the fuck every single possible ICE agents at the goddamn thing, invoking the Insurrection Act when all of that shit doesn't fucking work. Because I think that's his last card. I believe that's his last fucking card. Whether
I would say so.
I think it's one of the two tipping points, I hope anyway, because obviously nobody's really done jack shit with the exception of maybe, protesting and shit like that, or trying to make a big show out of it or whatnot. But
yeah,
I feel like nobody's going to do anything unless either A, we figure out that it is rigged, which I'm not at this point. I'm already kind of convinced that it already is. And again, I already feel crazy fucking saying that.
Trying to, yeah.
But with everything that he's pulling, with everything that I had just listed from 2011 to yesterday, like, I'm now convinced that I have zero faith in the integrity of this fucking election at this point. And I feel like, but I do feel like he's stupid enough for it to look, for him to make it look so blatantly rigged that either that's going to be the tipping point. I think that would be the straw that broke the camel's back in terms of quote unquote revolution.
Fair.
I
think to a degree, yes, because is the other thing too is like, and just to be clear, everybody, no one up here is suggesting that you should not vote.
No, for the love of God, this is the last thing I want for
if anything, the reverse. It means that you should be literally encouraging every single fucking person you know to go and vote in person early if possible, and if not, then just show up and vote in person. Like, it has to be an overwhelming surge of voters, and I fucking goddamn it, I've never hoped more for that in my life than I do right now.
Like, this shit needs to be a fucking blue wave. As much as I fucking, I hate it, it needs to be a fucking blue wave. Because no, in no way do I want to dissuade anybody from fucking voting. Because again, we don't know if it's going to be rigged for sure. That being said, we have the number turnout, and keep in mind, we have said this. I'm pretty sure every episode we've been doing this. These people are very fucking stupid.
They're very stupid.
Very stupid.
Very stupid.
Stupid
fucking people.
So sure, they could possibly rig an election, but they're not very good at fucking hiding this shit.
That's true.
You don't even have to dig that deep. Because look, dude, I'm not like some fucking genius over here where I know where to look on certain things. There are things that I miss all the goddamn time. This shit is impossible to miss if you'd actually do just a little bit of digging.
It's an open book
Impossible to
test, for
miss.
fuck's sake.
It's so fucking blatant. And so I feel like, because I mean that's been the whole thing with, you know, trying to keep the war going and talking about invoking martial law and all that kind of shit, because at that point he can seize to where we don't have elections.
Yep.
At least pause them for the time being, until he can kind of prove what very real threat is happening. So, but I feel like if he does that, it's more to buy time than it is to, you know, do anything else. If he invokes the Insurrection Act and goes to martial law, in terms of, I guess, in the context of an election, of what happens in an election when he invokes those things.
Well, I think this is the fortunate thing, and shout out Randy, make it too big to rig.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's exactly what I mean. That's why I wanted to at least get this information out to people that wouldn't know it as much, and they can at least talk to people that they know. Or if you're a content creator, make that fucking content. If there was anything that you didn't know before, at least get the goddamn word out there. Because yes, we want to make it too big to rig, because if there's an overwhelming amount of fucking people turning up to vote against these motherfuckers, it's very difficult to prove that it wasn't rigged at that point.
Absolutely. And the other thing,
if it comes back in their favor,
one of the benefits that we have heading into this year's election season is that they're all, it's midterms, right? So it's all congressional seats, state and local elections, all of that stuff is happening. Yeah. That's a good thing, because those are exclusively state-run elections.
Right.
That's the benefit there. Like not the presidential election is as well, but the fact that he is not the focus of this election,
right?
At least in terms of who's being elected as representatives, etc.
Right.
That's in our favor, because even if I think I read somewhere, I want to say it was yesterday or the day before, that he's like 0 for 21 in lawsuits against the on election related lawsuits for the midterms.
Right. Yeah.
They've just been thrown out or dismissed or whatever.
Well, that's the thing. He just scattershots. Again, it's flooding the zone full of shit, and that way it can stall whatever possible, normal standard practices and procedures when it comes to voting. Yeah. They have to sit there and question the legalities of it, which, going back to the Supreme Court decision saying that you can keep doing with the mail-in shit because of the fucking USPS prematurely putting out that memo saying that they won't take certain fucking mail-in ballots and shit like that.
Yeah, they won't take them. What was it? They have to be like, because the rule is they have to be postmarked by vote. Like you have to mail it by voting day for it to be accepted.
By a certain date, which is, I believe, it is election day. Yeah.
He was having meetings also. This is a fun thing, and you might have this in your notes. I read another thing. I think it was last week that he was having, at least maybe not him, but like White House officials are having meetings about how to handle what is the inevitable tsunami of investigations that are coming after the midterms. They're actively planning on how are we going to get out of this?
I mean, dude, and that's the thing. Like, I honestly didn't even have to list all of this fucking shit. Based on the insurrection alone, they knew that if he ran again, it's going to be a motherfucker. Whether it was that election, whether it's the midterms, whether it's the 2028, because again, that's what they keep saying. I would run for a third term.
Ladybug himself. I think it was his. I mean, granted, it was Trump's first election, but Lindsey Graham is on camera saying that if Trump wins, it'll be the end of the Republican Party.
Right.
They knew. Like they're all like, okay, well then I'm hitching my fucking shit to this wagon and we're riding off the cliff together.
Yep.
That's the part that's frustrating, is that like the like when I said Hawk made the video that no one's doing anything to stop him, it's not just related to Democrats are largely powerless anyway, aside from not being able to locate a spine if they tried.
Right. You just get Cory Booker just bitching and moaning for over 24 hours.
He gets a congratulatory thing for a filibuster and then goes right back to his fuck ass games.
Yield the floor. You yield your whole fucking career.
Ugh. I mean, the whole there's not much the Democrats can do, if anything, anyway. But the fact that the only fucking Republican that's doing a goddamn thing is Thomas Massie, and he just got ousted for it.
Yep.
No one else is saying a fucking word. Lindsey Graham got shit talked by Trump down into submission. Now he's gone, and we've got his sister instead, who I'm not sure she knows how to read. Mitch
No,
McConnell is somewhere in a box being carted around as if he's still alive, pretending to be a member of Congress.
Yep.
And no one else.
For over 70 days. Something like that.
2.5 months, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, no, I mean, they ousted, but granted, I guess a little nugget of optimism in this. The Trump endorsement ain't the gold standard it used to be. If the DSA candidates getting elected are any indication,
fucking smoked in the elections that have happened so far.
Smoked them, which is fucking nice. So there's a nugget of optimism in that. I mean, honestly, just pay attention. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Just pay the fuck attention. See anything fishy or whatever the fuck, and just voice it in any way that you possibly can. Because like I said, there in no way, shape, or form do I want to dissuade anybody to go vote. Like it's just rigged anyway. Why the fuck would I do that? No, make it too big to rig at this point. Make it to the point where so many fucking people showed up to vote in opposition to this piece of shit and his little cronies that even his loyalists have to side eye it without, so they don't give the game away. Because right now the big thing is, yes, they want to flood the zone with some crazy shit to just make us feel crazy and just tire us out and get us to shut the fuck up because we're exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. I know you're exhausted.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
Right. Exactly. That's too damn bad.
Yeah, I mean, do this anymore. I want these people to go the fuck away.
Yeah. Like I want to get some fucking sleep for once. Like Jesus Christ. Like I am exhausted. There have been times there where I've sat here and I'm like, fuck, dude, do I want to keep fucking doing this? Do I want to keep doing this? Do I want to keep doing this? And I mean, I still find my way in front of my goddamn camera. I try to do it every day unless I'm completely fucked for the day. But
well, that's the thing is, like I was mentioning before, how many content creators that are or have historically been political content creators that have started to pivot away from the back and forth of it, that have some of them have even started to pivot away from politics entirely.
Yeah, I know a couple.
Like governmental politics. I'll put, like still talk about societal issues and things like that.
Yeah, just the social issues and shit.
But strictly politics, there's a bunch of creators that are pivoting away from it because it's fucking exhausting.
It is exhausting.
Constantly beating your face against a fucking brick wall of people who can't. I mean, they're largely illiterate. And the shit that they can read is Trump's tweets, right? That's pretty.
They don't understand. Yeah, and even then, they don't understand what the fuck.
They don't give a fuck about it, and if they can't understand it, it's wrong.
Right. Exactly.
Which is a fucking crazy way to go through your life, but you know, do you, boo boo? I guess.
I mean, this thing, fucking ignorance is bliss, dude. I mean, shit. I don't know how many fucking times. Like again, I will say from the jump, I am not a fucking genius, but the burden of knowledge is fucking real.
Oh my god. I'm not a genius. I think I might be smarter than the average bear.
Sure.
But also not really. Not really. I just read things and I don't take the word of an 80-year-old fucking man who's rotting in front of our eyes as
not fast enough
of the Lord.
God damn. As gross as it would be, I just want to see this motherfucker as a puddle on the ground of just fucking viscera.
Listen, I hope on all things that whenever it happens, it's on camera.
Yeah, that's true.
I hope he's stepping off Marine One on one of those fat fucking cankles and one of them twists the wrong way and he goes.
Right down the stairs. Like I said, a well-timed shove down the stairs.
One small step for man.
Two tiny hands for mankind.
It's fucking, I'm exhausted with it. I'm exhausted with him. I'm exhausted with the people that he's got around him. I'm exhausted with the people that I have around me that fucking support him. I'm exhausted.
Well, and that's what you get when you get a businessman in politics, because they know how to play the game in terms of corrupt fucking business, in terms of corrupt legalities, in terms of corrupt mitigation, in terms of anything. They know how to do this. This is exactly why he's doing it. They're getting ready to tie all this shit up in the courts.
Yep.
And I mean, he does it every fucking time. And that's why, again, with the Supreme Court shit, they have to question the legality of it, but they're not going to do it right now. But in the meantime, you can kind of start setting those wheels in motion. No problem.
Why not?
As long as they don't go through it. Because, I mean, that was the deal. We're not like the legality hasn't been heard yet because it hasn't happened yet. with the mail-in ballots. You know what I mean? That was their opinion. That was the opinion that they wrote. It was like, we're not going to go over this right now because we're not going through the legalities of it because it hasn't even fucking happened yet. Which goes back to us talking about last. I don't know if it was last week or the week before. They're all reactionary. And we're getting to the point where you can't just react to shit anymore. It's very fucking existential in this bitch.
Yeah, you have to be like proactive on that's kind of the reason for all. I mean, it's the reason we started doing this, right? Like being proactively talking about things, just instead of waiting until something happens and then you're like, hey, I don't like that.
Right.
Like that's also why in conversations when we do like the TikTok lives, I've done a bunch of even during the day a while back. Like, it's important to check people in your immediate surroundings. Also, if someone around you says something that's out of pocket, fucking correct that shit and stand on it
every fucking time, man.
Most especially if you're surrounded by other people, but also if you're one-on-one, correct it and fucking stand on it.
And I'll be the fucking first one to say it. Before I started doing this, I definitely didn't do that because I mean, I live in a very fucking red state. My family's fucking mostly conservative.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was one of those things where I felt like, why I just won't have any fucking friends anymore if I, do that. So yeah, I would sit back and not say shit out of pocket. I mean, I would, or, say shit to them if they said something out of pocket. I would either just pretend I didn't hear it or just whatever, not even fucking acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, and I guess, somewhat of an apology here. I'm sorry it took me this fucking long to, really fucking start doing something about it. But that being said, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the people leaving MAGA, though. Is like, you want our fucking forgiveness. You want fucking, you want things to be better. Man. Get the fuck up and do something about it. Talk to your homies that, I mean, if anything, they'd be more important than anybody else in terms of, the circles that they travel in. They can fucking be like, and they don't even have to present it like a fucking lib. You know what I mean? It's like, well, this dumb motherfucker is just fucking with
MAGA code it or whatever.
Right. Just MAGA code the fuck out of it. And I think that's what got me through for a little bit because that's what I grew up on. Everything was Republican, MAGA coded, just fucking down south, God, guns, glory, whatever. I had that shit on lock because I lived it. I spoke that fucking language. And that's what I think.
You can believe it. That's also how I grew up, all the way up here in blue state, Connecticut.
Right.
Conservative family.
Well, I mean,
even right now, I live in a red district.
Well, I knew that too because
no idea.
And I happen to, because an old boss of mine, she's from New Milford.
Mm-hmm.
And she would always say, like, oh, no, man, Connecticut, while the rich areas are real blue, everywhere else is a fucking drugged in or just a bunch of hillbillies living in the area. And, it's all strict MAGA country.
The richer areas, like Fairfield County, lower, like by the little nubbin in Connecticut, and the cities are blue.
Well, that's true here too.
Obviously,
right. That's true here too.
Yeah, exactly. But it's, I mean, even with a largely blue/left, whatever you want to call it, demographic in Connecticut, there's still a whole lot of fucking red here.
Right. Exactly.
Why are you here? That's my question. Why are you here? So we're gonna flip Connecticut red. No, the fuck you're not. Leave.
Right.
Move to Florida like everyone else.
For the love of God, move. Just put all those motherfuckers in Florida at this point. Florida's too far gone in my opinion. I'm about to piss off a lot of people if I say that shit. Like, Florida's too far fucking gone, dude.
It really is. That's you know what I mean? It is gone. And I'd be okay with separating from it. We can go back to, you know what? Okay, wait. We can keep the 50 state situation, remove Florida, and just check and see, like, send Puerto Rico a text and be like, yo, you up?
Right, that's true. You won't do that with fucking Trump in office because he just
no, not with him. Not
all
with
he
him.
All he ever did with fucking Puerto Rico was throw toilet paper at him. That's all he fucking did.
You guys are flooded. Here's some bounty.
But yeah, I mean, I guess just to summarize this shit: blatant corruption, blatant loyalist plants in very, very sensitive areas of the government and how we conduct our elections, threats, blackmail, warmongering, doubt, like basically just blatant disinformation. And I mean, basically the entire fucking cornucopia.
I got more fingers. You want to list them up? What else you got?
I mean, there's fucking way more, dude. I mean, honestly. I mean, the dude who in 2016 who got fucking arrested that they just approached and hired as I think that's the most recent one that has happened. Was the DOJ approached a dude who was an ex-CEO of a cybersecurity firm in 2016, was hacking into a bunch of election data websites, got caught in order to commit voter fraud, got caught for it, and they just approached his ass and hired him to be a monitor, like a big election monitoring position.
Sweet.
Like, this shit is right there in front of everybody's face, and it is very fucking very infuriating to the people that are just fucking completely blind to it. I mean, every single piece, every single ingredient in this fucking chuck-a-fuck charcuterie board is there. Any possible way that you could rig a fucking election is there. And they're trying to do it, and they're trying to tie up everything in the court so they can get away with, because I mean, these first 2 years of the test, the midterms are going to be the election test.
Yep.
And leading up to the 2028 presidential election, which, there's, you got Steve Bannon saying, no, we're going to find ways for him to run for a fucking third term, get around the Constitution, right? Or there's people that are like, well, JD and fucking Marco ticket.
I'm just going to voice this out loud real quick. I said it the other day, and I've said it a couple times, and I've now that it's out of my brain, it's been back there for quite a few months now. I don't think he makes it through the winter. I don't know. There's just, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just wishful thinking.
It's always wishful thinking.
Maybe I'm just a boy with a dream. I don't know.
Just a boy, I'm just standing in front of a president, wishing he would drop the fuck dead.
I feel like, so you're telling me there's a chance. You know what I mean?
Like, there's a chance.
I feel like listen, the winter has a pretty good track record of removing the old.
I mean,
and I don't say that lightly, because I'm just saying.
I know that it happened here during Snowmageddon. Lots of old people died. I mean, COVID, I guess you want to take it there too, essentially.
And the unfortunate truth of the matter is, like, as far as like these fucking largely, I think the problem with boomers is probably asbestos poisoning or something like that. But like,
did you eat a lot of paint chips when you were a kid?
Got to be at least related somehow. Like, there's got to be not a small amount of asbestos problems with them. But
it's funny you say electromagnetic fields. I'm like, these motherfuckers were born under power lines.
For real, eating paint chips and shit, lead paint. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just a matter of time with them, right? Like, we just got to wait them out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you're kind of right there. You're not
gonna change their minds, right? Like, they're fucking, and they're it's the baby boomers, right? Like, that's a massive generation of people.
Yep.
Very unfortunately. However,
the more fighters were fucking.
They're also getting right about that age.
No, I know they are, and it's,
you know what I mean.
This is the thing. You're right. You're right on the waiting them out situation. In terms of finality, I guess. You know what I mean? Because they're dead. They can't be here to fuck the shit up. But while they're here, they're going to do everything they can to put every process in place to fuck shit up. To either, because again, Trump is all about his legacy right now. That's his big fucking thing right now, because he knows he's circling the drain. That's why he's doing all these vanity projects. Wait, what?
I hate that I'm even saying this out loud, but I'm sure this will come as absolutely no surprise to you. Donald Trump signed an executive order.
Okay.
Which means fuck all. It means nothing.
No.
And specifically because of what he signed the order for. But he signed an executive order to rename Lake Ontario.
Oh yeah, Lake America. Yeah, after the fucking after Canada came back at him with the tariff retaliation.
Lake America.
Gulf
of America.
I read something before we went live that he was talking about how he's thinking about renaming the Pacific and Atlantic Ocean.
Totally.
And it's funny because that could possibly be bullshit. I just had seen it. I hadn't dug into it, but I had seen that headline. And the fucked up part is none of that shit is too crazy anymore.
Well, you can't name them both the American Ocean.
I'm sure he probably named it after him fucking self, since he can't have it on the fucking Kennedy Center, and he's threatening to demolish it for that said fucking region. Like, He can't put his name on it, and he can't build his little shrine in there.
And also, it's already has fucking JFK's name on it. It has a name on it.
Yeah. And that's what, and that was the first thing I said, because I did a video on it. The first thing I said is, hey, pay the fuck attention, maggots. You bitch about how there's an attack on American culture. That right there is an attack on American culture.
Yep. Plain as day.
It's fucking insane. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I had in terms of the shit that he's pulling. I mean, the shit that he's pulled before, so you know what he's capable of, and the shit that he's pulling now, so you definitely know what he's capable of. And basically respond accordingly. The big thing right now, pretty much all we can do, again, outside of saying shit that I cannot say on this fucking platform, is get your ass out there and vote. And if you can avoid, because I mean, I don't know what's going to happen with the Supreme Court decision when it comes to the mail-in voting shit. But if you can avoid, you know, or if you can and you're capable of doing it in person, fucking go do it in person. Go wait in line. Don't wait for election day. I mean, a lot of places start early voting next month. All right, like Virginia, for example, which is another fucking thing. I guess that's something I completely missed. I have it in my fucking notes and I skipped over. I missed it. Remember Virginia? They voted. I forget what it was. It had to do with their elections though. And they, the gerrymandering. They voted to not gerrymander the fucking state and, you know, redo the congressional maps. And they still fucking overturned that shit. He took it to the Supreme Court and they fucking overturned that shit. No, because there was no illusion that Texas was going to do it.
Which is fucking crazy when you consider that the government is supposed to be representative of the people, right? So the people voted and said, hey, we don't want this. And then the Supreme Court was like, too fucking bad.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's where we're at, dude. It does not fucking, I mean, that's, if he can get away with it, he's going to do it. I mean, like I said, there was no illusions that Texas wasn't going to do it because Texas has been doing it forever. I mean, up until now, it's always been during the session because Texas, you know, legislative sessions are all fucking sporadic and crazy. But, you know, they always did it during the normally scheduled legislation session up until he got elected again. Sure enough, call a special session. Let's ban weed. Let's gerrymander the fuck out of the maps. And that's exactly what they did. And then with Tony Gonzalez gone,
voter will. Was it like a 80-something% approval rating for weed in Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
There was a time. I mean, and that's the thing too, because I believe it or not, I believe there are more registered Democrats in Texas than there are registered Republicans in Texas. They just don't vote. And it's been, I don't know, and it's also been gerrymandered into fucking oblivion over the past 30 fucking years, including this one, you know.
To split up the Democratic voters.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And not to mention in Tarrant County, which if you're not from Texas, Tarrant County is around, it's like an hour from Dallas, essentially. They put in a plan to cut half of the polling places in half. Not completely. Like just get rid of half of the fucking polling places. Even though voter registration went up 30% in this state, they still want to cut the number of polling places in Tarrant County in half. And people went in. People went in to the town meeting, or at least the county meeting, talking about it. Good old fucking Judge Tim O'Hara, what a fucking whiny little cunt that piece of shit is. And people were pissed. And what did he do? He threw everybody out, which is his MO. That's
kind of the MO for a lot of these folks too, when they're doing these fucking town halls and
if you have a hint of aggression when it comes to pushback, they will kick your ass out or they will have you arrested. This is where we're at now. You can't have town halls anymore without getting your ass ended up in cuffs if you're going to be fucking like if I went to a town meeting, first off, I would be sent out in cuffs because I am physically incapable of like churching up my words.
No way I'd be able to contain it. No way.
No, I cannot church up my words for you motherfuckers. Like with the amount of shit that you would put everybody fucking through, no, absolutely not. You better take me out in handcuffs, but I will not get in that squad car until I am fucking heard when it comes to that shit. And with the data centers and shit too, but with the election shit they're trying to cut half the goddamn polling places in Tarrant County on top of the gerrymandering. Like they're really trying hard to fucking rig this bitch. And again, got to make it too big to rig. That's all I can fucking say anymore.
That's fucking insane. Why do we have to live here though? You know what I mean? Like
We were born here.
of all the places, of all the timelines,
Why did we have to live now?
this
Out of
one,
all,
this,
out of all the gin joints in all of the world,
you
why did
know,
you have to walk into mine? Why did
this
Trump had to
full
fucking stumble into mine?
this is the one. This is the
This is
one that
it,
we
man. This is it. And that's the thing. But like I said, I'm just gonna leave everybody with this. Vote. Go fucking vote. Because right now it's all we can fucking do. Vote, pay attention, talk about it, call motherfuckers out
Yep.
in any way that you possibly can. Like, you don't have to make a whole big fucking show of it. You don't have to make a big show of it. Like, you know, you don't have to fast talk like me and, you know, throw a bunch of fucking alliteration in the goddamn thing to call a motherfucker out. You can just talk to them and be like, look, dude, this is what's happening right now. Did you know this is happening? Come with receipts. Now, I know.
Extreme scenarios, also a real solid shut the fuck up works.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
If you're in a pinch, just, you know, pro tip.
Just shut the fuck up. I mean, granted, that can be counterintuitive, especially with these motherfuckers, because like, you don't have any fucking proof that it's wrong. You just call me a bunch of names, and I'm like, well, motherfucker, that's what you bitches have been doing since Obama got elected.
Yeah, like I'm so over the fucking the respectability politics and the
fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm fucking
We're
over
way past that.
Yeah,
you know where you know where that was gone? Grab him by the pussy. That's where all the respectability in politics went, was when he grabbed him by the pussy.
If not before then. And yeah, I still see the fucking meme circulating regularly of him making fun of the disabled reporter, and it says like, how in the world was this not the line? Like how did you win a fucking presidential election after making fun of a disabled reporter?
But then, and back then, that would be a very logical statement. Back then would be a very logical statement. But now we're at the point where people don't get their lines crossed when a fucking ICE agent kills an American citizen. Like, never mind the innocent, never mind like migrants that are not violent or anything like that. Never mind any of that shit. They're clipping American fucking citizens, and that didn't even cross their fucking line. Because what? They're terrorists. You throw that line out there. The warmongering, the fear-mongering, they're terrorists. You and me, we're Antifa, dude. We're fucking terrorists. We are deemed terrorists.
Absolutely. I am more than a little certain that I've got my own personal agent.
Little dossier?
Or I've landed somehow in a group of people that's like, watch this fucker.
Oh, we've looked. I mean, I know. I think you got in on it. We've done background checks. We know we're on lists.
Yep.
Already.
Yep. Flagged.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten doxxed by like a government official, because I guarantee you they probably ran some facial recognition shit and is like, oh, this is the real man. This is the dude's real name and shit like that. You know what I mean? But what the fuck are we gonna do, man?
Affairs, folks.
But yeah, I mean, that's the three things: vote, pay attention, call out any fuckery. That's it. That's the best thing we can do right now, outside of an actual fucking revolution. But right now, I mean, with the exception of maybe ICE and the fact that they're not prosecuting the Epstein files, but if you're one of those, you know, if you're one of those voters that are, you know, that if it needs to affect you a little more, I guess, straight up, like, this is probably going to be the tipping point. This is going to be the linchpin. This is the tester. So again, pay attention, vote, call out the fuckery.
And also, like, talk to the people around, and I mean this very seriously.
Learn how to handle
people around you about going to vote. Like, not, you know, check them on all their bullshit, but talk to the people around you about showing up to vote and the importance of it. It's not, the lesser of two evils is not a great way of selling it, but it's about harm reduction. Like, that's where we're at now. There's a whole fuckload of people in this country, citizens and non, that are being actively harmed. For no other reason than because. Talk to people about how and why it is important to show up and vote.
Numbers, dude. I mean, that's what it is. People, we're all numbers to them now. That's all it is. Ghost in the Machine actually had it perfect. He's like, learn how to handle a firearm too, just in case.
Oh yeah. I got
responsibly. Right. Handle that shit responsibly. Don't be like them fucking good old boys in Oklahoma that just shoot shit at Tannerite and blow shit up on a fucking lake. Like, learn how to use it just in case. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what's going to happen, especially if they invoke martial law or try to invoke martial law. Because I mean, if if you look at the parallel in terms of that with like South Korea, for example, motherfucker tried to call martial law and immediately revolution.
I'm just saying. I don't
And
know
they
that it goes down the same way here, but it's
sent that bitch in
something.
hiding like that.
It's something.
But I mean, I don't know, man. It's just with those three things we can, and with the midterms, once the smoke is cleared on the midterms, I think that's where we'll have our decision on where we need to go from here.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I'm just reading all these goofy.
Yeah, no, I'm going up. Yeah, don't make it your entire personality. Tim Curry would never let this. See, this is the thing. I was thinking about this.
As a good guy with a gun,
right? Yeah, here we go.
Okay.
And now we're
all right.
And now we're doing our own Stop the Steal fucking campaign. I guess this is where we're at now. Stop the Steal 2.0. Tim Curry would never let this happen. I was thinking about this the other day. You know, since Tim Curry's passing, I was like, I wonder if Tim Curry knew what Donald Trump was. I mean, he probably wasn't there shooting that day when they were in the hotel of Home Alone 2. Because Tim Curry was the concierge and
then
Trump had his fucking cameo in that. I was like, I wonder if he knew what he knew back then, what we know now. He would like just beat the living fuck out of Trump on his day of shooting.
Oops. Like, accidentally ran that bell card into him. Oh no, he fell down the elevator shaft.
You just dress up like Frankenfurter and just beat the living fuck out of him.
That was a bummer that he passed.
Yeah. See, you've met my Louisville Slugger.
Doc said Tim Curry didn't need a firearm. He had the fishnets and a great set of legs.
That's fucking true. He also had rows of razor sharp teeth and fucking, can morph into anything. Tannerite has its place, Crim. That's reductive. I understand that, but some of these motherfuckers just shoot it to blow it up. Again, make it their whole goddamn personality. Yep. Let's see. Oh yeah, so the elusive Daryl is here too. That's fun.
Daryl, thank you for coming and hanging out. I think is Daryl still here? He might be. I think there's like a 6-second delay between us talking in the chat, like 6 or 8 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, there is for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any questions, ask us fucking anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be about this. It can be about this. Just let me know if I missed anything, because I'm sure I did, because there's a laundry list of this shit. And with the little time that I had to deep dive on it, it's still. I mean,
that's if you dove any deeper, we would need. I mean, this is certainly another one we could probably do a part 2 on as we get closer to the election for sure.
Deeper
still.
Yep.
Deeper
still. And deeper. Way down.
Way down. Change my name. I don't like this anonymity anymore. Wait, what?
Wait, who's okay? So I guess we know who this person is.
Me Too Martyr.
Nice. Yeah, I got to do the Office Space reference. I did one the other day too. The Office Space reference.
I thought it was more of a slap. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Also, the homework assignment there is a homework assignment with this episode, and it is to go check your fucking voter registration.
Yes. Yep.
So
you motherfuckers got homework now.
If you have checked your voter registration already, that's great. But I will be checking next week before we start to see who's actually done it.
Monzi, dude, come on now. I'm not a piece of meat, man.
Topless Grim. We didn't get a topless Grim.
I did not promise that from the show. Honestly, I was just trying to get you. Barb. That's who Me Too Martyr is. Barbarossa.
Oh, what's
up, dude? Fucking seeing you in a minute. Shit. I'm sorry, Monzi, but I made no such promise. Maybe in a future episode that I'm not deep diving. How about that? If it's an off week for me, then maybe we'll see.
That's going to be wildly distracting for me. having to try to focus on giving you all the information while also not, you know what I mean? Like,
well, not to mention with this lighting and my skin tone, it'll blind your ass. You won't be able to read your notes at that point.
you gotta change the tint on that ring light, man. Set it more warm toned.
It is. That's the warmest fucking tone I got.
Just
I
out
got
here
two
looking
warm
like
tone lamps on the other side, on each side of me too. But my white like, dude, look at that. That is some pale ass shit.
I mean, mine's got colors on it, so it doesn't.
Well, I mean, that's kind of part of the reason why. If you saw this pre fucking sleeve, dude, fucking nightmare. Question.
Across that video for nothing. I just came across that video for nothing.
Wait, you came across that video, or you came across that video?
Yeah. Did you clean up afterward? I hope so. That'll leave a mess on your screen.
Where are honey dipped buns at? It's honey dipped hind parts. Thank you very much.
I already cleaned mine off.
Okay, again, Monzi, you can hold me to it, but I'm not giving you a definite date. Hello, in my best Doubtfire.
Unfair tactics.
Dude, again, I'm being suppressed at every promo video I have. I got to at least get some eyes on it. And the best way I could do that is be a little bit of a
Get
whore
your
for a
fucking
second.
Yetis out.
Yeah, get my Yetis. Be a little bit of a cam girl for you motherfuckers.
I could help you do your makeup.
You can. You can.
I got pretty good at it.
I don't want to be the one to objectify Grim here. Dude, okay, let's see. Who's in this chat right now? Who in this chat hasn't objectified Grim at least one time?
Oh, hasn't?
Yeah, hasn't.
Not me.
Yeah,
Not me.
no. There are more people that haven't, or that haven't. Fuck rum raisin.
Y'all don't even understand ice cream flavors if you think rum raisin is gross. You eat mint chocolate chip as a favorite. I can't trust your judgment.
Okay, what? Okay, first off, first the fuck off. Rum raisin and mint chocolate chip are like the choices in this chat right now.
Well, that's I think that's Cherry's favorite is the mint chocolate chip.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize in advance, but fucking Canadians.
There it is. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Fucking Canadians.
Hey, no.
Hey, fake America.
Hey, speaking of that, speaking of Canadians, elbows up, motherfucker. Elbows the fuck up. Fucking Gordy, dude. Gordy. I want to see best all around goddamn players fucking fighting this shit. Already done, bitches. Speaking of ice cream. I feel like the phrase man whore. Mint choco chip is life.
Is the shit. I'm a fan of that as well.
You know what? All right. I don't sleep on butter pecan. I don't choose it if I have a choice, but if I eat it, I won't be having a bad time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's randomly. It's I'll pick up the ice cream container thing, whatever it is. However, right. I don't know how big it is, but like I'll get one of those randomly. My 100% my go-to though. There's a local farm that does ice cream, and they have a rum raisin that it tastes like fucking rum balls.
I mean, it's a local fucking farm though. Like that. See, that shit's not processed. It's fucking
the best. It's the fucking best.
Don't have.
It's not mint chocolate chip. You fucking goobers.
No. Granted, I'm a Rocky Road fan or anything with peanut butter in it.
Same peanut butter. Yeah.
I'm a huge peanut butter fan.
Yeah. I'm
I just saw a lady with no head over here fucking saying that she's getting a fucking blizzard right now, and a Reese's Blizzard, which is my go-to goddamn blizzard, and I'm very jealous right now.
Okay. Oh, Barb says you can butter his pecans.
I mean, let's see, where are you at? Yeah, you're in Houston, are you not? I think you're in Houston. I'll travel my ass down to Houston, butter those pecans.
Rum raisin is for oldies, but you know what?
I mean, anything with raisin in it is for oldies.
Yeah, but also I love Raisin Bran.
Okay, pecan praline. Okay, raisin bran. Okay, I don't sleep on Raisin Bran either. Again, not a choice if I need to. Rocky Road is a close second, but peanut butter is good in anything. Yes, 100%. I go through peanut butter more than I go through any other form of, I guess, spread or condiment.
In all cases?
I mean, No, I don't. I'm not saying I put it. I'm not saying I put it on everything. I'm just saying the ketchup lasts longer than the fucking peanut butter does in my house. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, the ketchup's not allowed in my house. It's gross.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You're fucking.
It's just
yank.
Weird red tomato water.
Oh,
not even tomato water. Made with red stuff.
Let me guess. You're a mustard guy.
Yeah, 100%.
What kind of mustard? I think we had this conversation. You don't like French's.
No, fuck all. No, yeah. French's is toilet water.
Well, yeah, it's fucking yellow mustard, like just neon yellow. Like there's no legitimate mustard made from fucking scratch that is that goddamn neon yellow.
Fucking Doc calling me out. Listen, it only happened because I ate the whole box of Raisin Bran in less than 24 hours.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, where is it at? I missed it. Oh, yep. Well, maybe don't house a whole fucking thing of bran cereal, homie. Beer mustard.
I mean, you can house a whole thing of bran cereal, just don't trust a fart afterward.
No, that's the point.
Okay, that was my critical mistake.
Not doing no. I mean, I guess it makes sense. It's not like we have to like. I mean, we're getting to that age, but you know, it's not a must-have in your diet to even your fucking rotting body out anymore.
Gotta clean out the intestines. Things better eat this whole box of Raisin Bran.
Gotta flush the fucking pipes. I'm gonna eat this 2 scoops of raisins in this fucking box, guys. You know,
also 2 it's Raisin Bran Crunch because obviously that's the move.
Oh, I need the clusters. I need the fucking clusters. The what is it? The oat clusters.
Don't talk shit about ketchup. Ketchup is gross. I'm sorry, lady. I have to, and I am a picky eater. It's fine.
Never. Okay, Grimm is not a vanilla guy. That is fucking heresy. Get the fuck out of here.
He's literally vanilla.
I am. Like, yeah, I am the color.
He's a vanilla human.
Yes. Honestly, I would say vanilla is darker.
French toasted vanilla or French vanilla. There's all I don't know what the fuck. It's all fucking vanilla to me.
Vanilla bean, whatever the fuck else. But
all right, you bunch of weirdos.
I'm just saying. All right, well, if there's not any other questions, yeah, I think we're gonna fucking cap it because what we started at, I guess 2.5 hours, I guess.
Yeah, we're just coming up on it.
So, which I think that's kind of been the cap is the 2.5 hours because the last episode too is about 2.5 hours that we did.
Yep.
So.
Yep, I think the Pally one went about that long as well.
It came close. It came close. Granted, I was able to cut that down a little bit more than the other ones. Speaking of, by the way, if you guys are ever in a situation where you're not able to make the live show, I have been cutting the episodes together in a more digestible format where it just has all the meat and potatoes in that motherfucker. So, I mean, and those are also being uploaded to Spotify as well. So we do have Spotify. I'm working on the other podcast platforms, but the main ones that you're going to see the more streamlined episodes are going to be YouTube and Spotify for right now. If you want to listen to it in a podcast format. And then I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Patreon. By Wednesday, I'll probably have some new designs for the merch store. So go check out the merch. If you like what we have now, we have a few things on there. Like I said, we have the show merch that has like the logo and a couple of things that we, from the show. And then we have our individual merch as well. Like you got Grim merch, you got Ham merch, all that good stuff. And like I said, around Wednesday, I should have some new designs out that we can finalize and put out there. And if you like it, fucking buy a couple. And then the Patreon, like I said, I'm going to revise the tiers tomorrow. And you guys can check that out. People that are already subscribers, by the way, thank you so fucking much. You guys are the first fucking
thank you again.
This shit. We're gonna work on getting you Discord access and get that ball rolling. And that way, when any subsequent subscriber comes in, just right a part of the fucking family on that point. But yeah, anything else to add, Ham?
Democracy nuggets. I just want to revisit that.
So hollow points are freedom seeds, and strategic missiles or strategic bombs are fucking
democracy nuggets.
Yeah, democracy nuggets. Man, fucking tastic.
That's how we spread it.
That is how we spread it.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I can't believe I said that out loud.
Phrasing, you motherfuckers.
Oh man.
Oh man, I done fucked it up. Well, all right, kids. Again, thank you for fucking showing up, man. We got a nice little turnout tonight. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to be a little bit more consistent on the cut down episodes to have them on the same day, released on the same day. I got lucky enough this week um, to where the last two episodes are actually fairly easy to cut. So I'll probably have I released episode 4 streamlined like on Tuesday, I believe. Um, and hopefully tomorrow or sometime this weekend, I'll have another. I'll have episode 5 up because that shit is going off
Sweet.
without a hitch right now. I thought it
Man.
was going to take me so much longer to get that all cut down, and before I knew it, like 2 hours in, I was already over halfway through it. So I'm like, "Fucking hey, all right, 2 episodes in a week." So,
Hell yeah.
um, but yeah, check out the Patreon, check out the merch store, check out the streamlined episodes, and check us out every fucking Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Twitch, my IG so far. And like I said, we're working on trying to go live on the show channels, but the platforms are making it difficult. If my fucking 3 videos that got taken down are any indication. So either way. But again, thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Yeah. Love y'all, mean it.
Bye.